Testing. All right, guys. Hello, hello, hello. First and foremost, welcome into our wonderful, now very long campaign of Unlikely Heroes. We are on session number 60 this week, which is absolutely fantastic. We're going to start off with a hey, hello, hello, hi Rose, hi Seru. We're going to start with a with a quick recap, and then we're going to go ahead and dive into it. Bear with us. We're trying to troubleshoot through a little bit of bullshit right now as far as Roll20 is concerned. They have a new. Do I want to hear the news first? I don't, Seru. I actually want to just jump into my session, and then when we're in your stream later, since you said you were going to be streaming, we'll talk there. You're more than welcome to share it. I'm just not going to get into it right now. We're on very limited time for the game, so. We're gonna jump into it, but bear with us again. We're having some visual or some video issues right now. There is a brand new Roll20 beta thing going on with their cameras. It's all fucked up, but it looks like for everybody who we can see, it's really crisp and crystal clear. But there's some people we just cannot see, and they can't see us. So we're trying to kind of figure out what the hell's going on. So bear with us while we iron that out. We're trying to get Lucy fixed, and yeah, that'll be that. So, on that note, we're going to jump straight into our session recap here in just a second. We're going to take some notes, and then that'll be that. So, all right, stick with us here for just a few, and we'll see you guys in just a bit. Again, remember that I don't pay a whole lot of attention to chat. I will try to jump over once in a while just to say hi, but I can't promise anything. So, but regardless of that, thank you all very much for being here, and I look forward to experiencing this new crystal clarity, because seriously, a lot of our cameras are just, quite frankly, they're fucking gorgeous, and I'm kind of surprised. I hope we get Lucy up and running. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Lucy's. I will tell you that nobody else has a loading icon on their portrait except for Lucy, and it's in the upper right hand corner. But everybody else has like a check mark. So, it's strange to me that this is something that just happened.
Yeah,
Lucy, have you checked your video, your integration? Like, have you gone to video and audio and checked all your input sources and stuff? And then done, like, refreshes?
he's gonna try
Yeah, I
to
have.
switch to a different browser. That's what we had Kat do last week. It's at least a temporary solution for this week.
What browser are you using? Oh, you use Firefox, don't you?
I use Opera.
What the fuck is Opera?
Opera GX, the best gaming browser.
I've literally never heard of it. I
I've
also
referred
don't...
it to you several times.
And that's why I refute it in the name of the Lord. I don't trust your voodoo African fucking, backwater web browser. Plus, if it says it's the best gaming browser, I don't use any. I don't game via browsers. That's very late '90s, early 2000s. Once they did away with Flash Player, I was done. Now there were some good fucking Flash games. I used to lose myself for hours in tower defense games.
I would suggest Chrome. Lucy, it's actually good that you don't usually use it because that's what we're all on, I think. So that might be the issue.
It's a possibility. Well, either way, we know Lucy's here, so Lucy, as long as it's okay with you, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into. Dive into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so recap from last session number 59. So first and foremost, we started the session off with a bang and a crack and a snap and a, oh my god, my guts and my internal organs and pants shitting and all sorts of weird stuff. Fought her bout, which was a very, very long, drawn-out fight, but all fights with a bear totem barbarian in your party are long drawn out fights, regardless of what their constitution is, because they essentially just double their hit points and go. However, it did not look good for Ree for quite some time, especially towards the end when I was starting to sweat because I don't pull punches, and ironic considering it was just a slugfest. But yeah, it was starting to look a little bit hairy there towards the end, but Ree brought it back and just absolutely annihilated her butt-chinned opponent and came out victorious. That's really all there is to tell about that. After the combat was done, we flash forwarded to the final day of your guys' rest, which was the 11th, your 2 week short or extended rest. So it was Saturday the 11th of, hey, don't use your weird juju.
Do it.
Although, you know what? Hey, I'll tell you what, you look crisp.
Super crisp. Wow.
I didn't even realize there was that much crispness in your face. Look at you. God, you are handsome. Stop it. Combing your hair and everything. Yeah, zoom in quick. God. Oh, God. He's a... Oh! He's a monster. Okay. So you guys completed the fight, or the fight was completed, successfully completed, and then you guys flashed forward to Saturday the 11th, where you were all sitting down and indulging in not only the spoils of the collective 2 week downtime, but of the big fight, which was a shitload of coin and whatnot. Everybody who was involved in something, which was everybody successfully on some front, received their bounties. Meaning Gray has begun to build his spy network within Underhill as a starting point. Aurora was capable of obtaining a single boon of information to be used in a future time of her choosing, and Doc successfully assassinated her first legit assassination target. And I say legit because, let's be fair, up until this point it was just trials, and then you were given your first real contract and you were like, I'm gonna play Robin Hood, and then that got weird. So yeah, so you guys all got something. You had a pretty long conversation with the tavern keeper. After that conversation ended, Aurora decided that she was going to go to I believe it was the Iron Lord, or excuse me, the Ore Master's Fortress. And on the way there, Doc was like, you know what? I'm just gonna catch up with her. I'll be right there. So Doc bolted, caught up with her, and as they were approaching the front gates of the Ore Master's Fortress, a shadow slipped out from behind the both of them and approached them, not as subtly as somebody who is as subtle as they are probably should have, as the bloody stumped visage of Gimbal the Goblin appeared before the two of you. There was a tense moment, and then a moment of recognition from Gimbal to the two of you. Well, to Doc anyways, although the two of you were still there. And it was at that point that Aurora kind of panicked, and, you know, it's like somebody who's trigger happy. They just pull the revolver out and just have it ready in case, right? It's just a little bit more intense when you have to draw a fucking short bow. It's much more intentional.
She definitely did not. But trigger happy, yeah.
Yeah, she's trigger happy. So that turned into a very brief but very tense standoff where Gimbal then drew a dagger and held it to Aurora's throat, and Doc had to intervene as if she was taming, you know, keeping two raptors at bay from each other. She did successfully talk both of them down. Gimbal then very nonchalantly sheathed his dagger, grabbed Doc, and kissed her on the face, which I'm sure was very unsettling to to Aurora. They began to converse in common, and when Gimbal kind of realized that, oh yeah, there's another person here and they're listening, he very abruptly switched to Goblin. Had a little bit more of the conversation, and that made Aurora uncomfortable, which he then took notice of, and when she began to interject, he said, and I quote, "I told you to shut the fuck up," in common, which then created another tense moment. before Doc was able to then cool the britches across the board. She put the bridge fire out, and no bridges were burned, at least not immediately. It was decided that that the night should end, meaning this night should probably end with Doc actually having a real conversation that was not out in public. With Gimbal, because it was probably about that time, because there's been a lot of subterfuge and kind of deception that's been happening here since essentially day one, really, because this is all, you know, written into somebody's history, well, somebody's histories, and it was at that point that Doc said, or that Gimbal said, you know what, just do me a favor, don't, unless Ree specifically requests to actually talk to me, it'd probably be better that we don't. And Doc cut him off and said, oh no, Ree wants to talk to you. And he said, oh, okay, well, so it was decided that at some point, either late into tonight or very early into tomorrow morning, that Gimbal would make himself known and would hopefully try to have some conversation piece here. So where we're going to pick up, we're going to say this is probably about 11:30 at night or so, maybe 11. Actually, you know what? Hang on, I have that written down. I'm a dipshit. It's 9 p.m. I write these things down. It's 9 p.m. on the 11th of Jutet, which is Saturday, the 11th of Jutet. Tonight would be your final night in the inn that you've paid up for. So, let's go ahead and do an XP recap very quickly. So, first and foremost, session number 59, roleplay. Great roleplay last session. That was 500 XP. The downtime XP for the combat was actually added in the session prior, since we did a retroactive thing, so that doesn't get included here. There was a great line that happened that I gave an extra 50 experience for, and surprise, surprise, it was said by Ree. Does anybody want to take a guess what that line was?
I am no man.
Goddamn straight. Yep, it was I am no man. And that, I mean, you can't argue with that. So, okay, so what we've got then is Gray. We are sitting at 32,406 experience. Aurora, 31,394 experience. And Kevin and Candace, you are at, drumroll please, 34,244. You have both successfully reached level 8. So in roll 20, please, Kevin, roll, I believe, a d12, and Candace, oh, well, it depends on what class you're leveling up. It's either a d12 or a d10.
I think this one I was doing fighter, so I think that's
D10?
10, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then Candace, depending on...
Same.
Oh, is it the same
So,
D8,
yeah,
D8 across the board? Oh man, things aren't like they used to be back in the days of 3rd edition. As a rogue, you would have taken your D6 and liked it. Okay, hey, you take 6 anyways. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Lucy.
Quick question. Can you just say it's 32,000 what and 6?
406. 32,406.
So it's an 8 for me.
Okay, beautiful. So yeah, go ahead, Candace, then, and add 8 hit points to your character sheet. You can go through the level up process. Again, you don't gain the benefits from a level up until you finish a long rest. So just go ahead, however you're going to level. Since this is level 8, you're each either going to gain +2 to 1 stat, +1 to 2 stats, or gain a feat. Just do me a favor and message me about, if you are going to take a feat, message me about what that feat is going to be, because if it's something off the cuff, I want to have a chance to dig into it before I agree to it. If it's out of the player's handbook, you pick whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, just I'm not getting any feats or improvements. Just dipping into level 2 fighter, and there's nothing there except for action surge. Awesome.
All right. Give me just 1 sec here. Sorry, my nose. 3 weeks later, guys, I'm still fucking sick, so I'm gonna have to go to the doctor's this week because something's not right. All right, Candace, I'm assuming you're taking a level in cleric then.
Yes.
Okay. Oh shit! I think that means that you officially can cast 3rd level spells, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
And now we get reckless. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I have a quick note, one note this week. So, after reviewing some of the changes that have been happening in 1D&D, I've done some digging, done a lot of thinking, done a little bit of a little bit of questioning as to how they are changing a very particular cantrip by the name of Guidance. And I have decided that moving forward, we are going to accept their change, their playtest, as our permanent moving forward rule. And that is the only thing changing is Guidance will operate the exact same way it does before, adds a d4 to any attack roll. No, I'm sorry. I believe it's any, whatever it is. It's either a skill check or saving throw, I think is what it is. However, it is no longer an action to cast. It is now a reaction. Guidance, in my opinion, should have always been a reactive thing. The priest sees something going wrong, and they pray fervently and ask for guidance for whoever that's going to happen to. That way, it A, gives you another option for action economy, but B, it opens up possibilities in combat as far as action economy. Say, Ree begins to stumble and fall off of a cliff, as she does quite often, and you see her just getting ready to slip, right? Kevin rolls, let's say, a 15, and she begins to fall. Boom. Candace says, I use my reaction, I cast Guidance. Kevin rolls a d4, boom, 4, 19. She grabs onto the edge of the cliff as she falls, right? To me, it just makes more sense, and it's probably the best change that I've seen so far in the playtests, so we are going to officially adopt it.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Yeah.
All right. On that note, any questions for me? Okay, perfect. So, guys, we'll go ahead and let me go ahead and... so here's where we'll pick up, because we've got the party is kind of divided right now. I believe we ended the last bit of conversation with Aurora and Doc just outside of the Oremaster's Fortress. Gimbal had done the creepy, disappearing into shadows shit, and we were like, okay, we're going to just go ahead and stop it here. So we will pick up with Doc and Aurora just finishing the very tense conversation with Gimbal, and then we'll move forward from that. Again, today is Saturday, the 11th of Jutet, 9 p.m. I'll go ahead and get some background music going, and y'all can start. God damn it, give me a sec. Sorry, guys. Oh, this is so stupid. Sorry. I've got my control bound to my push-to-talk because fucking Hogwarts Legacy demands a lot of me, and now every time I use my scroll wheel, it changes the fucking size of my screen. So, anyways, I digress.
The things we sacrifice for fun.
It just,
Was it worth it?
Avada Kedavra. All right, so Doc and Aurora, you watch as the facade, or I should say the outline of Gimbal, bloody stump and all, kind of backs into a shadow. There is a very obvious breeze, and you see from one of the many glowing rings on his only hand a small pulse of blue energy before everything just vanishes out of sight. Not even his scent is left on the wind.
First of all, what are the odds that I would know what magic effect that was?
What are the odds you would know, or are you actually trying to glean? Sure, make an Arcana check.
Not. Got weird dragon souls now. Yeah, that's why not. Forgot my Arcana's a -1. It's slowly rolling.
You're not sure, especially because there was no incantation. It was just something triggered off of a magic item. You're pretty confident that there was no spell actually cast. I mean, it's pretty obvious this guy's decked out in a bunch of magic gear, but you're not entirely sure what happened.
Yeah, Aurora just looks distinctly unhappy as she does not re-sling her bow back over her shoulder, and she's just kind of watching where he left.
So I think that maybe later for the next meeting, you should not go.
You're going to. There's another meeting?
Yes, but Ree will be there. So Ree knows him too, but we didn't know that. I didn't know that she knew him. I knew him, and she didn't know that I knew him before I knew her.
That was definitely understandable. Okay. Um, I mean, yeah, if you're. What? I'm not gonna stop you.
I know. But so he is the guy that put me in the ferns. Just remember that. And it's possible that the missing arm is because of that too. I need to get more detail on that.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I am grateful to him for that. So that is one point in his favor, yeah.
You want another point in his favor?
I mean, you're gonna tell me anyway.
That's true. She'll lean in and whisper, "It's not a dwarf."
Anymore.
That is very true. That's an unusual point in his favor for this time. Huh.
Should we go make sure that Gray's not broke?
Yeah, and probably change it so he is if he's not.
That sounds like a plan. Did you need to go in here? And she'll motion to the Ore Master's fortress.
Aurora's gonna hesitate, look at it, sigh, and say, "No, no, that can be another time. It's late."
It's late, but we made money today. And she'll start walking toward the tavern.
She'll laugh, shake her head, and then go and catch up. And you know what? And she's going to link her arm with Doc's as they go back.
Yeah, Doc will, when she feels your arm link with her, she'll kind of, like, look over at you, and then she'll start being ridiculous, like skipping and, like, dragging you along.
Fucking gnomes. Always ready to have a good time.
She absolutely will not do that.
Okay, so while this is happening, while this whole scene is unfolding, Gray and Ree, you have been left to your devices. God's help us. At the tavern, or at the inn. What is it that you two would like to do, if anything?
Okay, so Gray left as sorry, Aurora. Let me restart. Let me refresh my brain. It's failing right now. Gray was busy finishing his performance as Doc was leaving. Because he started telling people stories and then playing set sail for ale.
That is correct. Now, if I'm not mistaken, hang on, let me look back in the log, because I think I had you make performance checks for that. Yeah, pretty sure I had you make a bunch. They were with advantage,
two.
right? 2 with advantage. Yeah. Okay, so we had 14. Okay, understood. Give me 1 second, Lucy. Okay, so during the course of said performance, you personally earn an additional 25 gold in tips and an additional 5 plat in tips. Those tips come specifically from the tavern keeper, as he is literally selling out of alcohol while you are performing. It's a lot of fucking money, by the way.
It's a lot of money. It's more money than I've ever had in this campaign.
I'd say during this entire time, Rhea is just probably drinking, probably pretty heavily at this point, and singing along terribly, and eating her face full, all that good stuff. Kind of probably not very responsibly using her money.
Okay.
All 125 gold.
It's
Pocket is
actually.
burning a hole.
Let's go ahead and do this. Let's have you do two things. First of all, let's start with a Constitution saving throw.
Good start.
Okay. So you're definitely inebriated. That first round of fire belly shots just woof. And then go ahead and why don't you make an intelligence check. And this is just to this is just to help you figure out, you know, what coins make more alcohol come faster.
Actually, wasn't terrible.
No, that's actually not bad. Okay. So instead of reducing your total gold by 2d10, we're going to reduce it by 1d10. We'll call it 4 gold, which is still a lot for alcohol. But you, once the fire belly hits you and you start to feel the warm and bubbly and you start to gain that little bit of confidence, and with the peppiness of Gray and the music and it just gets fucking rock, you just start round on me, and it adds up real
I was
fast.
gonna say there's probably several rounds on her was definitely gonna happen there.
And you get a lot of people coming up and just clapping, you know, clasping you on the back and shaking your shoulders and lots of congratulations and oh, I thought you were gonna kick the asshole right off his face. It's nonstop during the whole performance, especially because, and Lucy, correct me if I'm wrong here, but a part of your performance was also the description of the fight and the explanation of the fight, correct?
Yeah, it was retelling
Okay.
the fight. And
Yes.
Except more exaggerated, I think. I said.
Yeah, well, of course,
They're
you're a
more
bard.
bloody, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the performance begins to come to a conclusion. Gray, are you doing anything specific there, or
No, I think I already used magic and stuff beforehand as I was performing and stuff.
correct?
So I think I'm gonna close off the performance. With a as it ends, he'll take a bow and then I guess return to his seat.
Okay. So you come to the conclusion of your performance. You bow. The illusions that were around you fade. The blood that has now sprayed all over the walls and floor in front of you vanishes in these like wisps of shadowy smoke, and the crowd just goes fucking wild. Again, that's when the majority of the coin gets tossed into your hat or your box, or fuck, your black hole. I guess it'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
I get hit in the head and die.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I could make you roll. No, so it comes to a conclusion. You head back towards the table. Everybody is just, you know, they're trying to grab you, and that was great. I mean, just fall down, sloppy shithead drunks. But you're also pretty perceptive, and you noticed that during the course of the performance, which we'll say was probably about a good 20 minutes or so, Ree was really encouraging these people to drink their weight in ale and Firebelly, and yeah, they're pretty fun. Like, it's gonna be a bad Sunday morning. And Gray, you find yourself, yeah, exactly, yeah. When you drink so much that you're like, oh god, I'm hungover and I'm not even done being drunk. So Gray, you find yourself back at the table with Ree, who is just, I mean, really just moving and grooving.
So, fun fact, Xavier, I have something I want to do, but it requires the name of the guy Ree fought in the arena, Butt Chin. And I can't remember. I didn't write it down as a genius.
Give me 1 sec.
I didn't write it down either.
Give me just 1 sec here. I'm digging through some old files. Well, fuck me. I didn't write his name down either. All right, so
I'm checking my notes.
if anybody does have his name, go ahead and shout it out. If not, I'll just I'll give you his name.
I don't remember his name.
That's very rare that I don't write a name. Did I even ever give a name, or did I just always refer to him as the bully and the butt chin?
I think all I have written is Butchin, and I usually, as Candace, will write actual nams. I don't write my notes as my characters, so I think maybe you only said Butchin.
I thought-
Set for fights by Tavern Keep so she can fight Krogmore. I wrote it down.
There you go.
Frogmore.
Krogmore.
Frogmore!
Badly.
Krogmore! Burninating the countryside. Burninating the peasants. That was way before half of this group was even around.
Early internet meme.
Very early.
All right. Oh, shit. Okay, so, Krogmore. And what would you like to do?
Okay, with that information, I would like to message Rojin Toggledaggle.
I'm sorry, say that one more time. Sorry, I'm having a coughing fit.
I'd like to message Rojin Toggledaggle, one of my
Okay.
informants. So I'm pretty sure Torek would be pissed drunk right now.
Let me ask you this. How are you reaching out to this individual?
I was just gonna use a message spell.
Okay, for message, you have to see your target.
Sending, I meant sending.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, 3rd level spell slot.
For the
Didn't, yeah, I was gonna say, you've still got one left, right?
I've got a single one left after the slot.
Okay. Bear with me just one moment. Okay, so you reach out to Rojin Toggledackle. You whisper your incantation, perform the necessary components, and you feel the connection link. And you feel yourself linked to Rojin, the gnome.
Okay,
The sickly gnome.
yeah. Hello, Rojin. It's Gray. I would like information on Krogmore, the arena fighter. What would it cost?
Okay.
And how long would it take?
Okay, so you feel the static kind of reverse as the connection comes back towards you, and you hear the following.
Hello, Master Gray. What kind of information are you looking for exactly? I can probably take care of that for you.
And the connection fades.
There goes another spell slot. I will cast sending again.
Okay, the incantation succeeds, and you feel the static connection take place.
Okay. And then, I would like to know his daily routine, if possible. If not, anything else might be useful. That might be useful.
Okay, you feel the, again, you feel the static reverse, and you hear,
Daily routine. I can do that. Maybe 4 or 5 days. And we'll say maybe 10 gold?
I'm out of spell slot to reply. I can cast sending at a higher level, right? It won't do anything.
Absolutely. Correct. Yep. Yep. You can always cast lower at higher.
Well, then I hope we don't get into a fight. I'm gonna cast my only 4th level sending spell, and go. That is fine. I'll meet you at the Dwarf Lord Inn. Or is there anywhere you would prefer to meet?
You feel the static reverse and you hear. No. That's fine. Yeah, I can meet you there. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'll meet you there, Master Gray. Just give me a few moments and you feel the connection stop.
Great. Xavier, do me a favor. Can you remind me how much gold it was?
10 gold.
Thank you.
Candace, I remember my first message. You're lucky he even responded. This guy's probably never even had a sending spell sent to him.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
saying
I did
that
start
about
with
you,
it's
right?
high, it's gray.
Which was a good way to start. It's not like when you guys contacted the fucking ogre and it was just, here's information you need to know, and he's like, ah!
Hey, listen.
On purpose.
If he wasn't in the kitchen right now, I'd do it again.
Did you hear about the fire in the Overlord's fortress last night? Whole kitchen burned to the ground. Okay.
An ogre-shaped hole in the wall.
Yes, he jumps through the sidewall.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anything else either of you would like to do? Would you, Gray, did you want to interact with Ree while you two still had some time alone, or?
Yeah, I mean, we still got our rooms if you want to, you want to go get freaky back there? You want to get weird? Right now. Oh my god. Please don't get this drunk.
No,
Hey,
Ree, thank you.
what?
I'm okay.
No, yeah, no. Okay, I'll keep drinking then.
I'll
Hey,
tell
that
you
was
what. Why don't you go lie down? Maybe.
No, I'm not ready to lie. I'm not tired. I'll just rest my eyes at the table here, but I'm not tired. Fuck you.
All right.
Great performance, by the way.
Great fight.
And I punched him good. I gotta find out what his deal is. He's a dick. Why is he such a dick?
No idea. If you want me to make a deception check without Xavier, because actually the Tavern Keeper told me, Doc, and I think Ree was here as well. Everything.
So yeah, he did tell you a little bit about him, but I don't think you need to roll deception. Ree's pretty fucked up.
Okay. I don't know, but Ree, I have a request. I don't know if you'll remember it tomorrow.
No promise this was that.
And he's gonna kind of roll up his sleeve and go, "I'm pretty
What's
dainty."
up?
And
What's up, gun show? Hold up.
Let me finish, Ree.
Okay.
It's literally just a twig. There.
Yeah,
Not
that's
even.
being nice.
But he's gonna go, "I'm very obviously frail and weak.
Oh yeah. Like super weak. Like wow. How are you standing right now? Like it's kind of sad a little bit.
Well,
Sorry.
it's okay. It saved my life a couple times in ye old days. But I'd like maybe some training, if you wouldn't mind. Just
You want me to train you?
yeah, get my endurance up a bit.
Oh. Yeah. Fuck yeah, let's do this. What yeah, all right. Let's I'll train you how I learn to be as strong as I am.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. I think you're going to like it. It's going to be great. It's going to be real great.
We'll see how that turns.
First thing you do, I'm gonna give you a little introduction. First thing you do is you have to eat 3 rats in the morning. Run up and down a mountain a couple times.
On the
Just
back of a
punch
goat.
things really hard. That's the mindset you got to get into. You know what I mean?
Ironically, not the worst one I've heard.
Really? Wow.
Have you heard? I've heard about this one where you had to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and then 100 squats every day, and you had to run for like 100 miles as well.
Yeah, fuck running. Running sucks. Shout out to all my runners over here. Legitimately hate running.
Oh god, I love it so much. The last 2 months have been hell. So just as a quick point, just a out-of-game DM note to you, if this is something you want to legitimately pursue, you can use downtime to train physically. So I have 4 options as far as training is concerned. So you can either spend... Let me just grab my notes really quick because I have a very specific outline here. So, okay, so the training downtime activity, just so you know, you can either spend time 2 weeks of downtime learning a language or picking up a proficiency with a tool. It is not guaranteed to stick, but it gives you the potential to make that happen. Also, if you are down experience compared to whoever the highest experienced person is in the party, you can train up to whoever you are training under. So that could potentially benefit like Gray, who is less than Ree right now. If Gray were to spend 2 weeks training under Ree, nice job, Ree, you could potentially move up to or damn near the experience bracket that Ree would be at, meaning that once you hit level 8, you could potentially then add points into Constitution or, you know, whatever it happens to be. So, just so you know, do with it what you will.
And just as one last thing, you said today was the last day that's paid for our rooms.
Correct. Yep. So tonight you sleep, you get your food in the morning, and then you got to check out or re-up.
All right. Can I ask the innkeeper how much I guess another week would be?
Sure.
This is our home now.
Yeah.
We live here now.
I never thought the little bumfuck mining village of Underhill would become the source or the spot of a primary campaign location. He says, "For you, my dear friend, for everything that you've done for us, every little bit and bob you've done for us, and quite frankly, for the outrageous amount of profit. Do you know that I spent 7 hours yesterday counting coins because of the profit your performances brought us?" I'm not kidding, by the way. Literally, 7 hours. It was insanity. For you, I will let you keep your primary room. And if you're interested, I will let you rent it by the month at a 50% discount. Meaning, per each person in your party, 1 silver per night.
Sounds like a good deal. How much? In total, I guess, for the month.
For the entire month. So let's just say through the rest of Jutet. Talk to me again at the tail end of Jutet. If you're interested in going for another month, we'll go by month at a 50% discount. So, with that being said, let me just do some math. 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, for the remainder of the month, which will bring you to Jutet 30th, I'm sorry, did I say 1 or 2 silver? I'm pretty sure I said 1, right?
1 silver.
1? Okay.
Yeah.
So that will be 76 silver pieces, or 7 gold, 6 silver. And you will keep your suite. It's the least... It is literally the least I can do for you.
I have a ton of silver, so I will happily give 75 silver.
Sorry, 76.
76 silver.
All right, so you hand this man 76 silver, and now, officially, regardless of whether you are here or not, that room will not be touched until the 1st of... The first of jury.
That's good with me. Even if we don't stay here.
Yeah, that'll be nice. So we always got a place to come back to.
We own this town now.
This is my house. All right. On that note,
I changed your tab, Lucy.
I feel like at some point we should just buy the town.
I was gonna say we probably don't have enough cash.
this fucking guy is just you have come into his life unexpectedly and just made his day, his week, his month, and yes, maybe even his year.
You fucking retire and then probably.
He could probably retire after the last 3 weeks you've fucking been here. Okay. Lucy, just so you know, it is 30 days until you can reach out again to your buddy. So just so you and I are on the same page, I do have a chart, and I am writing it here, but... So it'll be the 11th of Jury, Monday the 11th of Jury, when you can call upon Rosian again. All right.
All right, noted and written down.
Okay. So, it's about this time that the door swings open, and in come Doc and Aurora.
Hello, buddies.
Oh,
Ah, you guys get some drinks. Come on, sit and drink.
can you say that in Goblin?
Come in, my dear. Come and have a seat with your friend. Dorothy regales you with her joy and her singing and her beers and her wines and ales.
Oh. She wants us to join her at the table. She's real drunk. What did you drink, Ree?
That's the use. Just the use. Just the uses. What about you?
As you approach, you smell it. A little bit of everything.
Steaming.
And not just that, but actually, let's see, no, not Ree, I'm sorry. Aurora and Doc, go ahead and just give me perception checks. This is for passive. Oh, that's good, Doc.
That's my one.
Normal rolls.
Dramatic ass dice. Imagine if dice rolled like that in person. Oh, wow, nice. So, as soon as you walk in and Ree begins to talk, the both of you look around the room and realize that you've only been gone for like 35, 40 minutes. Everybody in this room, save for maybe the tavern keeper, the guy who holds a rifle and stands by the door or by the front desk, and Gray, are fucking sloshed. The whole place stinks like ale and Firebelly. It is just cinnamon and hops for days.
I got everybody drunk. You should get drunk too.
Thank you.
I had a good drink of, reality, I guess.
Boo.
Oh, the table's loaded with cups and goblets and decanters full of Firebelly that are being sifted through aerators and just weird. Too fancy for your own good shit.
Yeah, so Doc will, look around, she'll spot Firebelly, take a second, remember what she's supposed to do next, and go, No. So how many of the drinks did you pay for?
And how many did you steal, bitch?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Just, yeah.
Probably.
Oh.
Why?
Did you have a tab, or did you have secret money?
Right. The guy, the barkeep came by. I said drinks. I threw gold at him, and he made the drinks happen.
Okay. Well, that conversation we wanted to have could happen, but I don't want to ruin. I don't want to ruin your fun or waste your money. And she'll look at the table and all of the alcohol still sitting on it. Yeah, the little dwarf boy, you know? You know, the little dwarf boy, yeah.
The gimbal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, what about him? Is he here?
Yeah.
As he did?
Aurora got to meet him, so that was fun.
Oh, did she stab him?
Almost.
Aurora does not, very carefully, does not say anything. She looks unhappy, and she is busying herself imagining how easy it would be to take out all of the, all the in-cap targets in this inn right now.
Could I either roll a perception check or would I notice her eyeballing the room?
She's been eyeballing the room since you guys, every single time you enter a room since day one. So this is no different. She's just being out of game vocal about it. And I don't mean that insultingly, by the way. I just mean that she, regardless of whether or not she intends it, she's constantly scoping these fuckers out. Because this is still, you've only been here for 2.5, 3 weeks. Like, this is still not a good place to be.
You know, initially I was gonna leave her here, but I don't know if that's a good idea now.
You know, sorry, really quick, just to kind of backtrack for one moment here. Kat, is Aurora looking around the room like bloodthirsty?
No, she's not so much being bloodthirsty as, like, she knows that she's going to say or do something that is going to be incredibly insulting to Doc's friend, so she is focusing on the familiar, which
Understood.
is how many targets there are. It's straight up just that.
Totally understandable. Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check, Aurora, please. Sorry, I just want to make sure I had that point clarified, because if you were like, oh, no, I'm looking at him and licking my lips, then okay, that's maybe a little different.
The gimbal in here that might change things.
Okay, so with a 10, it's not that you necessarily fail the perception check, as this is kind of a passive situation, but you feel very overwhelmed. The only way that I could explain this as far as is how you might feel, and I know that you can't necessarily relate to this, but this is almost like you are over stimulated. I think maybe much in the way that somebody who is autistic is, with too many sensory things around you, right? There is too much happening. There are too many dwarves laughing. There are too many hearts beating. There is too much blood rushing. You hear it all almost at once. And as your newfound arcane mind tries to balance and focus on it, you kind of almost fry yourself a little bit. Like you borderline can't handle it. But what you do take away from that is that there are a lot of easy fucking targets in this room.
Yeah, sensory overload makes sense. Yeah, okay, noted.
Okay.
So either I need to tuck her in first. Okay. I'm trying to decide if drunk is good or bad.
Looks good.
Well, for you, it's great.
Yeah, it is.
Just kinda get-
Don't you have some more of those honey things? Syrups?
I do. I'm pretty sure we have one more, but I don't. I'm gonna feel real bad for killing your fun here. However, I do not know when we'll have this opportunity again.
For what?
For talking to the dwarven boy.
All right, give me. All right, yeah. Where is this asshole? Let's go talk to him. She goes to stand up. Is he over in the corner over there? Is he gonna meet us somewhere? Do I have to meet him somewhere? Do I have to like fucking say some kind of magic word to make it happen, or what?
So very abruptly, as you go to stand up, Ree, almost as if out of nowhere, this gross looking, long wispy haired, kind of gaunt and ghastly looking gnomish man just fucking appears. And he doesn't even address anybody. He just tugs on Gray's tunic, and you hear him say, "Master Gray, the gold?"
Ghost.
And he just puts his hand out.
Yeah, Gray will take out 10 gold and put it in his hand.
You guys are seeing this too, right?
He kind of holds it to his chest, he bows, and he says, "Your will be done." And he turns very, very creepily, and he just shambles out of the fucking inn.
Gray's gonna turn and go, "Man, can't help the poor.
What?
Poor are disgusting. Can't believe I have to help them."
Make a deception check, you sandbagging son of a bitch. Oh, the poor. They just...
No,
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave now. Goodbye.
So, Doc and Aurora, you will be privy to an insight check here. Rhea, I'm looking at your stats on my little sheet here, and that's just not...
Yeah. Oh, the poor, yeah.
I can't remember if I told this or not, but I've had consecutively bad rolls recently, with my last rolls on Saturday being a 6, a 3, and then a 1. And then the following 2 rolls were a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. See, this is why you gotta start playing somewhere in person, so you can really punish the dice that fuck you over.
Those were in person.
Oh, God! Oh, for the love of Jesus. Okay, so, Kat, you are too overstimulated right now. You definitely do not pick up on it. Doc, he is spitting some bullshit at this table right now, and you're not entirely sure what it is, but whatever the fuck just happened in front of you, that was weird.
Really, Gray. On the night of Ree's win.
Nope, this is not the night of Ree's win. Oh, well, actually, technically it is. You know what? Yeah, this was the final win. This was not the big butt chin fight.
Yeah.
But yes, she has won the second
The
one.
big butt cheek.
So, Kevin, is Ree is the new champion now, right?
Rhea is not... so, Rhea is the monthly champion.
Okay.
Yes. But it changes every month. There are 12 champions in a year. At the tail end of a year, what you guys have picked up through this is that at the tail end of the year, coming close to like the December time frame before it actually switches over, there is what is the full yearly championship, and that's where you take every person who is won from each month and you put them into a random, you draw numbers and they go into a bracketed system down to the final chunk of it. So in late December, if Ree is still around and hanging out, Ree will be invited to join then the full-blown bracketed championship.
Okay. So, what, Gray, she's gonna look over at Aurora and then look at Ree. And also, sorry, Xavier, I didn't write it down. Did Gimbal say where we were meeting him?
He did say that it was going to be at the House of the Dwarf Lord.
Thank you. Okay. So, Ree, maybe let's just get you some water for now. We have a quick little meeting we have to do. Gray. And she's gonna look over at Gray and, like, this is the most serious you've seen Doc ever. Can you just make sure that Aurora is, stays out of trouble? Stays out.
Right. So, no offense, but the only way I can do that physically is if I cast a spell on her.
I don't think you should do
Other than that, she's stronger than me. I'm pretty sure she's faster than me. So
She's also shot you in the throat once. These are all
She's
very
also
good
has very, very good aim for my neck. Yes.
She
That's
does.
fair. He would be a terrible babysitter.
It is. Look at. Yes.
Speaking of rooms, I paid for our rooms for a month. We don't have to use it, but
How much did that cost?
75 silver.
Doc, you would know that is...
76 silver.
Yeah, it was 76. But Doc, you would know that that is an atrociously discounted value.
And you paid for it?
Yep. Speaking of which, I want to speak with you later. But you finish your meeting first.
I'm not signing
Ooh,
shit.
god damn! The way you said that, I
No
wanted to almost
contract.
I wanted to make you make an intimidation check, but I know that's not what you were going for. But fuck, that was spooky. Spooky, Lucy.
My eyes got 2 times bigger.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So, okay, that's fine. I will stay sober for now. So we're supposed to do our meeting outside tonight here. And she'll look over at Aurora. Is she still kind of looking around, or?
Yes, but she was, but then she kind of zeroed in on the babysitter thing, and she's like, really? Kind of a very quiet, really. And then she's gonna roll her eyes, go into the bag, and pull out a small vial and hand it to you. And she's not gonna say what it is, but I think Doc would recognize it as the vial of Quicksilver.
Quicksilver is a very common alchemical substance, so yeah, you absolutely recognize what
I
it
thought
is.
that was the syrup I was talking about. I couldn't remember its name.
Doc will reach across the table and take it, and but she's not gonna like take it out of Aurora's hand right away. She's gonna put her hand on the vial, and she's gonna lock eyes with her, and she's gonna say, "Listen, I know that you're uncomfortable. I understand that.
I am absolutely fine.
Yeah, you're also full of shit. I know you're uncomfortable."
Got her.
Yeah, you get a half from Gray as well.
But don't end up in jail. And she's gonna do a quick side eye over at Gray and say, because we're running out of money. But she's gonna keep eyes locked with Aurora, and there's kind of a meaningful glance there.
Aurora is going to avert her gaze and not say anything.
Just stay out of trouble, okay?
Go to your meeting.
Hey. Look at me.
It takes her a second, but she goes and looks, and then she kind of half smiles, flips her off, and then she reaches out and grabs a drink, toasts it, but does not drink it.
Okay.
Gray will kind of lean in as they finish that and go, "Just kiss."
Oh, everybody hears that, yeah.
Never in front of you.
One day.
So, Doc will get up out of her seat and try to assist Ree to her feet.
I'm fine. I'm just a little drunk. I've been
Oh,
wasted.
yeah, no, you're totally fine. You're awesome.
Yeah.
You are fine.
Right. All right, let's
You
go.
yes.
Let's go meet this asshole.
No, let's change our tone a little bit before we do that.
First thing he's gonna say is call me an asshole. I almost guarantee it. That's just kind of how goblins talk to each other. You know that.
Yeah, but you know what you can do to kind of take the wind out of the sails? As we're walking outside, you can call yourself an asshole first, 'cause then he doesn't get to do it.
Why would I call myself an asshole?
Because then he doesn't get to do it.
Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
You both are assholes. How about that?
You're an asshole.
I know. Asshole.
Assholes.
Okay, so Doc and Ree, they exit the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn. While they are exiting, Gray and Aurora, what are you two doing?
I feel like there's gonna be like an awkward just silence in between them, unless Doc wants.
It's like a
wants to say something.
couple of heavy breaths.
Yeah. And then Gray would kind of go, "Want something to drink?"
She's gonna set the drink down, turn, say, "Are you really gonna try and stop me when I go after them?
Probably.
Do you really think that's gonna go well for you? Do you just want? I'll say you tried.
To be perfectly honest, I do not think I have anything to stop.
Then do we just want to say that you tried and like just get this over with?
Well, I can try a spell.
I mean, you can try if you want to, but I'm still gonna go after them.
Fair enough.
So,
I guess let's do it just then. But maybe we should do this outside.
how about let's not and say you did, and you'll no longer owe me one.
And what do I owe you for?
She's gonna sit back and just give him a look. Capital L look.
You're staring at me is not answering my question.
You with all your contracts. And you don't remember.
I hardly remember my contracts.
Alright. Why don't you just, enjoy your drinks? Think on it. And then she's going to get up and start kind of moving towards the door, but she's not going to go out it yet.
Sure. So Gray, as she's saying this, go ahead and give me you know what? Fuck it. Either an intelligence check or a history check. Well, just fuck it. Give me a history check. It's going to give you more bonuses than less. So, because there was a thing, just in case you're missing it as a player and not as a character.
I am missing it as
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 7.
7. That's not great. You feel look like there's a lot that has happened. There's a lot that has gone down since this thing was done. So I will not give it to you. I will let this be a player situation. So she goes to walk for the door. But you feel like something's fucked up here. Did I make a fucking contract with this bitch? Cause I do got contracts though.
He's really debating as she's walking to the door. He's really debating whether he should try and do anything. And in the end, he's just gonna look at her and go, "All right, have fun," and then I guess take a sip.
All right. As you take a sip and she hits the door, you feel a heavy hand on your shoulder, like the back of a hand, kind of tap you a few times, and you feel the whiskers of this big, just absolutely burly biker-looking dwarf. He kind of gets into your face. You just smell the fucking fire bellies spilling out of his nose and out of his pores onto your breath. As you inhale, you're like, "Ugh, God, cinnamon and hops. What the? And that's old sausage." And you hear him say, "If I were you, lad, I'd have shot her in the fucking head." And then he claps you on the shoulder. It almost hurts a little bit, and he goes, "But I'm not you. But I wish I was." And he pushes you away and goes back to his own table.
Oh, believe me, she has that part well and down.
Okay, so Ree and Doc, the two of you step outside. It is dark. It is very dark. It's probably pushing 11 o'clock right now.
Do you feel like you can handle a conversation right now, or do you want to drink this drink and then get re-drunk?
Listen, it's probably better that I'm a little bit drunk talking to him, maybe, than completely stone sober. Do you like having hard conversations when you're stone sober? It sucks.
So I was a surgeon.
That is true.
Be drunk when surgeoning.
You don't get drunk when you surgeon?
No, because then people die more often.
That's weird.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I can. Well, we can have that existential crisis later. Let's go to the meeting place. You sure you feel okay for conversing?
Yeah, I'm fine. We're good. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay, I'm gonna have this ready just in case.
We're fine. Everything's good. I'm not like wasted drunk, right? I'm just
Yeah, no. You're not like. Sorry, I was not pushing the right button. I was using my control. Goddamn Harry Potter, you stupid ass magic bullshit. Yeah, well, whatever. Uh, so yeah, you are not obliterated by any means. You are heavily buzzed, but not trashed.
yeah. Say I can do stuff. I can talk. I can walk.
But you don't feel like I mean, I've never seen you as an angry inebriated individual.
Right. Every time you've seen me angry, I've been sober.
Right.
Break things.
Actually, that's a good point.
Right?
Maybe I should have brought more drinks.
Right.
It'll be fine. This is gonna be fine. Everything's fine. It's okay. It's fine.
Are you telling me that, or are you telling yourself that?
Yes.
You hear, yeah,
That's
as
way-
you look
that was
around.
That was way too existential for Rachel.
Yeah.
That's nosebleed right now.
Doc, you glance to your right, and over by the hay bales, where Aurora typically fires and finds a refuge, you see a small dwarven boy sitting and kicking his legs, and you see him whistling.
Well, that would be our sign. Let's go over there.
All right, let's go.
Doc will wait for Ree. Okay, yeah.
She makes her way, making her way.
All right, so the both of you walk over there. You get to the bales. Just to highlight really quick for people who are hanging out in stream, there's the bales. They're to the right side of the house the dwarf lord in. Okay, so you walk over there. There's the small dwarven boy kind of sitting there kicking his legs, and he looks up at you with his big brown eyes and his little bushy haircut, kind of unkempt, and he's like, "Oh, hello."
Hello.
Oh my God, Earl, just drop it. Let's just see, we're there to talk, aren't we?
And he reaches his hand up, grabs the top of his hat, and as he begins to pull the hat down, you see the little hat that he's been wearing underneath this weird bushy thing. It's kind of like a dome-shaped hat, but it's really, really short, which allows his bushy curls to sit underneath. But as he pulls up on the hat and it actually comes off of his head, it kind of retransforms into this weird, like, green beret with a gold trim. And as it does so, you see the facade, the illusion, fade from his body as this springs into existence in front of you.
Re-smacks him.
Okay, make an attack roll. Just unarmed. Oh, that fucking hits for sure. You slap him right across the face. BAM! And he rears back, literally like hits the hay bale, reaches up with his one good arm, touches his cheek, and then as he sits up goes, "Ah."
That's for having me killed, you son of a bitch. And then she'll go in for a hug.
"Fuck you!" And he kind of puts his good hand out and he says, "You!"
That was gonna be for helping Doc not die, but fine.
"You fucking left me to die! You deserved what you fucking got! You're
What are you talking about? I was blown off the side of a fucking mountain. You were dead.
I wasn't fucking dead. I'm obviously not dead. I was very much fucking alive. I was just buried.
Hey, excuse me. To be fair.
Shut up, Doc! This is between me and her.
Let me know when it's my turn. Yep.
You left me to die alongside that ballsack-scented piece of shit bull. He was on top of me, teabagging me the whole time. There was only his torso left after he blew himself in fucking half. And I had to dig my way out. I didn't even have a spade. You want to know what I dug myself out with? His hand!
That's badass.
You did... yeah! And that's why I'm here right now. And that's why you're there right now. But you fucking ran. You're a coward, Ree. You ran. You didn't come back for me or the other gang. Fuck the bull. You
I
left.
thought you were all dead. You were all dead. There was no way you could have survived that. You had this. You saw the fucking fireball.
I saw the fireball. I felt the fireball. How do you think this fucking arm got lost? Fireball, baby.
Oh wow, man. How's it not healed, by the way?
Oh, it's healed. He looks down at it. Fucking Knowles gnawed the shit out of it, though.
No.
Serious note. I fucking love you. And he throws his arm out and he grabs you on the back of the neck and just pulls you in as hard as he can. I fucking hate you, but I love you a little bit. And fuck the bull, and fuck the rest of the gang. But you know what? There's a lot of bad things happening right now out there in the world.
I know that, and I guess that's why I haven't gone back.
Kind of pulls you back out and looks at you. You don't know about Poodoo?
I haven't a Poodoo.
And I'm not sure what happened to Poodoo. I haven't been back there since the explosion, but in the last couple of weeks I've been getting fuzzy whispers in my head. And I tried to, and you can see now his one good hand, literally, he's got 2 rings on every fucking finger that he has on his hand. By the way, he's got 6 fingers. Yeah, he's deformed. He says, and there's amulets around his neck, there's rings and earrings and all of his piercings. They all have little gems that are glowing. He's also got a case at his side that's very clearly got scrolls in it. He says, there's something wrong. I'm not sure what it is, but I can't see him like I used to be able to see him. And I know this sounds weird to say, but I was able to see them at one point. But not before the explosion, it was after the explosion. And it was after she, points to Doc, kind of like, you know, encouraged me to kind of do the whole, like, thing. Does that make any sense?
The fuck was that? Was that like? It would sound like you're squeezing like a balloon or something. What the fuck was sound was that?
He switches to Goblin and he says, all right, I'm going to level with you. The explosion happened. I was left for dead. I dug myself out. And I fled. I ran. Actually, to be completely honest with you, I followed your tracks in the snow. You bled the whole fucking way. Straight from Poodoo, down out of Helmkarian territory, and straight into whatever the hell this land is. But I went a different direction. Once I hit Middleton, I went to the east instead of the west. I found a small village by the name of Hobbleton. And that is where I met our dear cat friend. Slinking around the shadows, sneaking around, trying to be one of the gnomes. No offense, obviously you were not meant to be a tabaxi, because here you are. But that is how I found you, as a cat. I used a little bit of persuasion and a little bit of subterfuge in order to convince her that I knew what the fuck I was doing, and to be quite honest, I had no clue. But she did something for me. She encouraged me. She brought me to my senses and made me realize that I was meant for more than just a simple sneak. And then I began to dig. Not physically, not literally, but I began to dig socially throughout the small hamlets and villages that I encountered as I traveled, as thankfully for Doc, I was given some salvation. I was lost in what I was doing, and to be quite honest, if I'm not mistaken, Doc, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Hobbleton, they were going to throw me out on my ass. They wanted nothing to do with me anymore. I got caught stealing food. I was hungry. I was healing still from the explosion. It was terrible. And that's when I started to hear the whispers. The whispers slowly and eventually led me to the Black Adders. That's the Assassins' Guilds. And although I'm aware that in some way, shape, and form they manipulated me, they've given me great things. And he holds his hand out and you see all the rings, the bracelets, the charms, the necklaces, the earrings. They taught me how to use them. I'm no better than I was before. I'm just glittered up, as she would say. As you would say now, or so I hear.
Glitter go represent.
I still follow Maglubiet myself, but to each his own, or her. Regardless of that, I knew that there was a greater purpose, especially for Doc, when it came time for Doc to truly commit herself to something special. I happened to have just come into possession of a scroll. I am still not entirely sure what I was reading, but as I read it, it succeeded, and I saw the ship break through our atmosphere and split into 3 pieces. I did not follow it to the east. I did not follow it to the southwest. I followed it across the mountain range towards our home, and I saw it crash, and I began to scry upon it regularly. At first there was nothing outrageous, nothing alarming. But as the days grew on and the weeks began to pass, a dark haze began to set over Poodoo, specifically. And I began to worry. And that's when I began to reach out. Ask Doc. I didn't reach out technically until, well, not as aggressively anyways, until after the ship crashed. Before that, we had contact, but it was very brief, very ambiguous in nature. But after the crash, I've been in much closer contact. Up until the point that I tracked you to Underhill and then saw the situation with the Knolls. Yes, it was me. I fed her a potion of feigned death, or at least that's what I'm told it was, and I did everything I could to protect her, to ensure that she survived, so that you could continue on and have this conversation with me.
We greatly appreciate your interference in that moment when we needed you the most. We needed someone the most. I had assumed that it was Garl himself who had intervened somehow, but I suppose maybe he did in some way.
Ree, I truly believe that Garl was watching over you in that moment. I watched what your nugget did on multiple occasions. I watched what her nugget did, points to Doc, on multiple occasions. I know what you're about. I know what your group is set out to do, and I just want to be here to support you in this time. I'm sorry that I had you assassinated by a friend of yours, but I wanted you to feel the pain of abandonment and death as I sat on the brink underneath the weight of the avalanche and Bolrog's ballsack upon my face.
I suppose I didn't even consider that side of things. Like I said, as we were all dead, but the same thought. I mean, maybe we both abandoned somebody there who was still alive. Right?
Nobody from that explosion survived but myself and you. You obviously, you were blown clear off the cliff, luckily, and landed very safely. Myself, unfortunately, it did not have quite the luck, because if I would have had that sense of luck, I would have run with you. I had to survive, and I understand what you had to do. To be completely honest, well, you know me, Ree. You know me. And he switches back to common briefly. Come on, bitch, you know, I would have fucking run too. I would have fucking run. I mean, come on. I'd have taken off. I would have taken off before Ballsack cast the fucking spell and blew himself to high heavens. He switches back to Goblin. Excuse me. Common tongue has me very confused right now, but you understand what I'm saying. If I were in the same position, I would have done the same exact thing to a T. So I don't fault you for that.
It was just the perfect moment to make my escape. I wanted to leave weeks before, but that was the only time for me. And being as everybody was dead in my perception, and just I worry for my brothers. However, have you been able to see them at all?
I was capable of seeing them about a week prior to the landing of the crash landing of whatever this vessel was, and they were fine. Once the dark haze took
couldn't see it.
effect, I have no idea. However, because I know how much this means to you and I, as we're from the same village, we may not have the same family, but being clanmates,
We may have the same father. I don't know.
you know what? That's a possibility. If there was a way for us to figure that out, I'd love to know, because it's probably the case, wherever his ass is. So, I may have a way for you to get to Pudu quickly, if you and your friends, your companions, I suppose, are interested in this as a whole.
Well, I definitely am. Yes. How do we do this?
I have recently come upon a map. And at this point, he reaches into the scroll case and he pulls out this. And as you look at the scroll case, the tops of the scrolls, there's a lot of very light colored vellum. And in the center is a very dark brown, almost crusty looking one. He pulls it out, he unravels it, and he shows you a map. And on the map, it looks like the terrain that's kind of around Underhill, but kind of also leading up and into the mountains. The only thing that stands out to you that is different between this and a regular map is that there is a pinprick of light down to the southeast of where there is a focal point, meaning an actual picture drawn outside of mountains. And he says, this is a map that's been enchanted by the Inscriptionist Guild. Not here in Underhill, but in Helmcar. Excuse me, not in... No, it was in Helmcar, but on behalf of the Grellians. Meaning those, obviously, who were near Pudu and Grell. So, a couple hundred years ago, as far as I have understood, there was an uprising, a revolt of giants against the people of Grell. And the response from Helmcar was to create a shrine that would allow those fleeing Helmcar to transport themselves here or near Underhill to seek refuge. And there was very specific requirements in order to use and to utilize the shrine. And thankfully, and luckily, it succeeded because all of the requirements were dwarven make, and the giants, the hill giants and the frost giants, they didn't understand it. But anyways, this is a copy of that map, and this map shows the path that you need to take to the sanctuary, to the actual location of the shrine that you can then utilize to transport yourself very quickly from here back to Grell, or not in Grell, but to near Grell, which should put you within a couple of hours of Pudu. Obviously, I can give this to you as reparations for the death that I've inflicted upon you, for reparations of the abandonment I felt when you left me unknowingly. And hopefully, you and your companions can make that happen. Now, the alternative is I don't give you this map, and it will take you another week or 2 or 3 to traverse the dwarven territory and find it yourself. But I have an easy out. If you, that's what I thought you'd say.
Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah.
Is it my turn yet?
Yeah. What's up, Doc?
He looks at you. Oh, yes, please, Doc. Sorry.
Okay, and Doc's gonna speak in common.
Sorry.
I realized that, you guys hugged and everything already, and like, we got a really nice map, but I have a whole thing that I have to say, so. First of all, how fucking dare you abandon me? I still love you though.
Wait, who did you say that to?
To, Gimbal.
He puts his hand up, his one good hand. He said, and you said this was in common, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he looks at you and he puts his one hand up and he goes, I fucking, what are you? Hold on.
Right. See how that feels, right?
Let me finish my thing. You disappeared. I didn't know where you went. You didn't tell me where you were going. But I did find Ree. So I guess I forgive you for that one. But secondly, how dare you, and you already apologized for this, but I told you I have a whole thing. How dare you make me kill my best friend slash sister from another mister?
I didn't make you kill anybody. You wanted to be an assassin. I made it easy.
No, that was not easy. That was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
It was not.
Okay. No, I know you didn't go down easy. I watched the whole fucking thing. It's because you're a tough broad. But look, it was an easy
fucking thing.
Fuck yeah, I watched the whole fucking thing. Are you kidding me? Oh, look, it was my hit. Of course I did. You know how much gold I paid for this bitch to kill you?
Well, I have something else to add to my list then.
Okay.
Watch me kill my best friend. When I didn't even know you were there, I didn't know if you were dead.
Wow, that's really fucked up.
I thought you were dead.
I thought you were my best friend.
Well, now I have two
That
best
got a
friends,
little
which
awkward.
I never thought was actually going to be a thing, to be honest. Because
Guess some acquaintance just had you kill your best friend. Sorry about that. I guess I fucked up.
she's gonna slap him, but really, like, nothing close to what Reed did. She's like,
Oh, okay, well, make an attack roll. Just let's see if you even impact.
probably not. How do you want me to do it?
Just make an unarmed attack.
Oh, actually, pretty decent.
I mean, the dude's got one fucking arm. So yeah, he goes to put his stump up, and you just smack him in the side of the head. And he goes, "No, but seriously, you're gonna say that this is your best friend, but who is the one who taught you the ways of everything that you know, because the fucking gnomes wouldn't teach you because they wanted you to be an artificer and make all of their weird fancy fucking mechanisms that my stupid fucking goblin brain can't understand."
Again, I thought you were dead, though. I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead.
Right? See? You see the same situation, right?
You know what? Expo facto, indestructible industry of dwarven madness.
Maybe switch to Goblin.
I'm sorry that I acted out in that way, okay? I had, look, as far as I knew, I was left for dead.
Well, I don't want an apology from you. I just wanted to get it off my chest because I was really mad at you, and then I wasn't mad at you, and then I was, and then I wasn't because then you saved me and put me in the dire ferns, and then...
There's something you need to understand, though, Doc. I never forced you to do anything. You chose the life of the assassin.
But I killed her
Period.
so that nobody else would. Because when that went out, I know I'm not the only one who got it, right? If I hadn't done it, would other people have gotten it?
Yes.
Right. So I had to.
No, you didn't. Anybody could have done it, and my justice would have been served. My contract would have been complete. That's the point of the Assassin's Guild.
But they might have done it better than...
At this point, you guys see this couple walk by, this dwarven couple. Very aristocratic, and you just... And they stop, and the woman's eyes go wide, and you hear him say in common, "Shh, shh, 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 just keep moving, just keep moving." Gimbal waves his one arm.
Gimbal, the only reason that I was mad is because I thought that you were dead. Actually, that's not true. I thought you were either dead or captured, and then I got the note from you about killing her, and then I was really confused. And now it makes a little bit more sense, so most of this was just so that I could say the things that I've been repeating to myself for the past, like, 3 weeks. I'm just glad that you're not dead, honestly, and I'm glad she's not dead. And I'm glad that you guys made up, I think, because you're helped.
We're cool.
And also,
Yeah, we're good. Oh, I mean, we were good once I watched you. By the way, that was the most brutal death I think I've ever seen. I thought that fucking bullsack had a nasty fireball incident, but let me tell you, I wept watching this bitch kill you. And I don't say this bitch insultingly. I mean, this bitch laid some hurting down while you were begging, essentially. That was the nastiest shit I've ever seen.
it was pretty fucking terrible.
It was terrible. I didn't even like watching it. I felt bad for putting the fucking hit out. By the way, do you know how much thieving I had to do to earn enough gold to fucking kill her? To have her killed?
To have me kill her?
Yeah!
To have her kill her. Really?
I was gonna say, you were the one who took the contract. I just put it out in the fucking guild. I mean, the Blackadders, they said that it went out to like 67 contracts, so it's a good thing you found her first.
Exactly. Because
like that's some reckless bullshit though, man. Because
But it's not reckless because he didn't plan probably on reconciling.
I know, but man, like and any swinging dick could have come out of nowhere and tried to fucking stab me in the neck, and then like accidentally stab like Gray in the
That's
dick
what I
and shit.
told
And
you.
then,
Well, I'm Gray aside. That's what I
Wait,
told you.
no. Let's back up to this Gray in the dick shit business.
No, I don't want to.
You got something for that fallen angel?
yeah, have you seen his eyes?
I have seen his eyes. He's fucking gorgeous. I wish he would fucking wine me, dine me, and fucking 67 me. I'll owe him too.
That's what I'm talking about, right? High five.
I don't.
And yeah, the one good hit. No, he throws his stump up.
Nope, wrong one.
Oh shit.
Y'all haven't heard him while he's sleeping. That's all I'm gonna say. But
Oh, you see him sleeping? Does he
I
sleep
watch
with
him
his
sleep,
clothes
he's
on?
He's fine.
Clothes on, clothes off.
with the fucking hat on.
I fucking love it. Absolutely. Wait, where's the hat?
I don't know. He doesn't wear a hat normally. I don't know why
He wears his hat on his face.
Oh, it's just good target. Oh, sorry. Okay, I digress.
Oh, I've thought that a few times. However, I know that Ree likes him. So.
Yeah, and that fucking weird halfling bitch that you have with you, she hates him.
She doesn't like very many people.
Nah, she shot him in the throat intentionally. I saw that too.
What the fuck? How are you seeing all this shit?
I told you! He throws his one good hand up, and as he wiggles his fingers, he goes, "This ring over here makes me invisible. This ring over here lets me read people's thoughts. This little piggy went to market, and this little piggy had none. And then I go hungry and fucking apparently tell people to kill each other. So, are you happy? I got a lot of fucking magic rings. By the way, I did buy these. This was my because the guild, they tried to teach me, like, stabby shit, and I was like, look, I'm really good at picking locks, disarming traps, and sneaking around like a fucking thug. But then they were like, can you do magic? And I was like, of course I can't fucking do magic. What, I look like ballsack to you? And they were like, oh, okay, no, you can't do that. So what can you do? And I was like, well, if you give me lots of shiny things, I can make them work. And then they fucking gave them to me. Ree, you should get on board. This shit is...
You just asked them for that shit and they gave it to you?
Fuck yeah, because you know what? I'm a really good assassin when I have... Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah,
He switch. Yeah, and as you look around, make a perception check.
that was real loud and common, buddy.
Oh shit!
Doc, you are 100% confident there's nobody within earshot.
You're good, but lower your.
But yeah, he looks panicked as shit, and he looks around and he switches to Goblin. He says, "All right, I'm sorry. We're going to have to continue the conversation like this because I know I just fucked up, and I fucked up big time.
Okay, listen.
I got excited. I've got very excited.
My point is that, as Garl has always said, you have your good days, your lucky days, and you have your bad luck days. And sometimes one seems like the other. And I think there have been far more good luck days than bad luck days, and you're part of that, whether you like it or not. I'm glad you're alive. Fuck you for making me kill her. Thank you for saving me. And I think that's it. I think that's all I've got.
All right, so that makes us even then, across the board, yes? Ree, Doc?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Just don't make me kill her again. Ever.
Well, make sure she doesn't abandon me in an avalanche again, and we'll be good. Are you kidding me? I'm never going back to where there's snow. I love Poodoo, but fuck that place.
Luckily, we never have to bind ourselves to an abusive son of a bitch like the bull ever again.
He's definitely dead, right?
His toe hit me in the forehead on my way down.
Yeah, and to be completely honest with you, once I dug myself out, I pulled his corpse from the rubble, and he's gone. Now, you're making me question myself now, but yes.
Hopefully he's not, because I'd like to fucking stab him.
Well, I only found from his belly button down, if that makes any sense. I don't really do... yes, yeah, he's right. On that note, here, take this. And he hands the map over expectingly to Ree.
Ree will take it. Nice.
Find...
How does this work? Do I say a magic word? Do I
Nope.
Critical heals?
If you are in possession of it, you will be the pinprick on the very southern portion
Just
of the
call me a
map.
prick.
I did pinprick to be specific.
Xavier, I have a question.
Yes.
In light of my nat 20 perception, would
Yeah.
I happen to notice any halflings lingering about?
You know what? Actually, so let's go ahead and pause this conversation here because yes, Aurora has left the tavern. Aurora, what are you doing as you leave?
My goal is to give them a minute so that I wasn't gonna walk out and walk into them immediately, and then I was going to hood up and try and channel my inner Doc and sneak eavesdrop, hopefully without ending up in the belly of Knowles.
All right. Oh, God, I fucking hope that doesn't happen. Go ahead and give me a stealth check,
That'd be a fucking twist.
and then also give me a perception check.
Oh no.
Ooh, that's not good.
Be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
He's not used to having to factor for like moonlight glinting off of scales and stuff. Like, this is just all new.
I mean, to be fair, it is literally within the last couple of weeks' news, so I don't even fault you. I will deny you your success, but I will not fault you. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. So,
Just trying to, like, she knows she's not going to be able to hear and understand a lot of it. She's mostly trying, she doesn't trust the son of a bitch, so she's trying to get to a spot where she can intervene if things look like they go horrifically, and if she can't hear things, fantastic.
all right. So, Ree, can you please go ahead and give me a perception check?
If you roll a nat 20, I will...
I'm gonna fucking
I'm gonna
die.
eat part of my notebook.
You know what? I think she will. Okay. All right. So, retroactively, as you two step out of the tavern, meaning Doc and Ree, you see, you see your quarry. You begin to move towards him, over by Aurora's like brooding corner. Aurora's brooding corner. That's actually like a really good name. I like that. So you, as you begin to move over, the door swings open on the tavern, and both of you absolutely 100% see Aurora walk out, okay? Gimbal does not appear to notice anybody else eavesdropping. Aurora, you very... I almost said you very stealthfully, but let's be honest, you did not very stealthily fucking anything.
Barely, I think the word you're looking for.
Yeah. You attempt to stealthily oversee or overhear or eavesdrop on this conversation. And to be quite honest, you just plop yourself behind a couple of barrels and crates because they're actually in your normal hidey hole. And you're not used to barrels and boxes, you're used to hay and pigs.
My spot.
But
It's so rude.
with that being said, you do overhear this entire conversation. I mean, from start to finish. As you plop yourself down, Doc and Ree, you do notice that she is there and eavesdropping, but it does not appear at this point that... I mean, through the whole thing, nothing changes. Gimbal does not appear to notice shit.
And for the record, I wouldn't make any like pointed motion or otherwise. Kind of take note as I glance around. I'd say, no, you're good. Just be more quiet and move on with my life.
Okay.
And my only other thing is that my goal is when things start winding down is I'm going to try and get back in that tavern and thinking that I got away scot-free. That's gonna be my goal.
Fair enough. Okay, so... Canisar, you had interjected at that point. So where were we?
So I was just we were at that point we were talking about he just handed over the map. We were talking about how to use it.
Yes, and yes, you do know that she's there. So he hands you the map. He shows you, and he says, "So this pinprick of light here in the southern central portion of the map, this is you, Ree, since you are holding it. This, up here in the very northwestern corner, is the location of the shrine. If you move up through the small mountain pass and through a very gentle ravine, you will reach that sanctum, as far as I can tell.
Wait, Doc, didn't we have a map that showed us the locations of the crash sites from
We do,
the
yeah.
Druid Grove?
Yes, we do. Well, it wasn't from the Druid Grove, it was from doing the most recent mission we did.
Ah, yes. Maybe.
And
I'm sorry.
No, Gimbal, he nods kind of fervently, and he says, "Oh, no. Yes. So these were both made by inscriptionist guilds, and inscriptionist guilds focus on maps that when you hold them, the person holding it appears as a pinprick of light on the map so that you can identify specific places. If I have not seen the map you're referring to, but if you are questioning whether or not this has connection, it does. It is all done by inscription magic. Which, by the way, I have no fucking idea how it works.
Some booyog
Booyog bullshit.
bullshit, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay.
I was just bringing that up just so we could compare them later.
Yeah, we will. Gimbal,
Yes?
you are still my best friend. You are the first person that kind of got me. And I do care about what happens to you, so...
I'm not the only person who kind of got you. I'm the only person who did get you. Let's make sure that we have that straight. I'm the only person who understood what you were about, who saw your true potential as a tabaxi, even though you thrived as a gnome, and you continue to thrive as a gnome. Sorry, I digress.
You're really great.
I know.
So, make sure that you stay alive, okay?
And he looks down at his arm, have heard tales in the recent past that there are spellcasters out there, followers of Glitterbright, who can regenerate missing limbs. Should you happen upon one of them, and he gives a big, awkward... Could you please send them my way? Because I would love to have 2 arms again.
I don't think that I know how to do that yet, but as soon as I can learn it, I will. And you'll obviously be watching me, so you'll know. So, just as soon as I can do that, let's make that happen for you.
He kind of blinks heavy and he says, Doc, do you know how serious the situation is right now as far as the world is concerned?
It feels pretty fucking serious.
I don't think it's as serious as you think it is, considering you just took 2 weeks to pit fight and play fuck-off games.
No, it still feels really serious. However,
I mean, that's kind of fair.
she did punch the butthole off of someone's face, and I feel like that was also a very serious need.
I'm talking about the fucking shadow dragon that is sitting outside of the Aurora sphere of our plane of existence, that is
that's news.
waiting and watching. It's not news. I have watched the druids drip every bit of information into your ears as you discover the first, the first crash site, I guess we could call it. The first piece of the crash site.
Yeah.
You need to get to these crash sites. You need to identify and figure out what the fuck is going on and how to stop this thing, because it is furious. It is furious. And I have received drips and whispers and drops of information that I am not completely sure I understand, to be quite honest, because it usually comes in common, and it's common to me just sounds like people screaming.
Yeah. Well, definitely I agree. I would be lying if I said that, while I appreciate hugs, the one that I got from that motherfucker who killed me, is not really desired again anytime soon.
I am unfamiliar with what you just said. I haven't...
Big stabby creature with many arms and.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm a gnome. Were you not with us at that point?
No, I saw your reincarnation, but I don't know how you died.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So,
you probably couldn't see it because we were in in that magical.
magic-free zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So these things, there are several different types of them. I died by being hugged slash stabbed to death by a creature that was so desperate for someone to be with it that it took me down. So there are different types. Hold on, Candace, I swooped your notes because
Is this information that I should have? I am not strong of will. I am not strong of mind. Is this something that the guild would be upset if it were divulged upon, or diverged upon, or whatever upon?
I don't know if they'd be upset, but maybe just know that I died to a creature that we don't encounter very often here on this plane. That's all you need to know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And there are many of them. And so that is definitely a part of our thing here, but I will say that if doom and the end of everything is upon us, yeah, we're gonna let Ree punch the shit out of some asshole, and we're gonna then go about our business and do what we have to do. But I think there will be much less of the downtime kind of thing. But it will have to happen once in a while, or we won't make it.
How much time do we have?
I don't know. That bit of information I'm not privy to. What I can tell you is that the whispers I hear through the guild speak often about a word, and I don't know how to translate it into Goblin, so I'm going to say it in Common,
Okay.
and I apologize. Divination! Not familiar with what it actually means, but apparently they have people who are this, or do this, or will be about this, and they are capable of understanding more. They give me very little. I'm a killer at heart, quite frankly.
Is there a specific place where we should seek out? So first of all, Xavier, now that I'm a magic user especially, am I familiar with divination magic? Like,
Fuck yeah, especially as a divine caster, you know
Right.
exactly what divination magic is. It is divining the future. It is seeing the future in glimpses. It is predicting things. It is, protecting people because you are having visions of future events.
Okay. Okay. So I think, I mean, that's a good lead, if nothing else, Gimbal.
And just to be clear, it is not exclusive to divine casters. Arcane casters have very potent forms of, divination magic. Yep.
Okay. So that's helpful nonetheless. And honestly, I feel like, and she'll start reaching for the coin purse. Take out a couple gold and hand it over to him.
He doesn't even put his hand out for it. He kind of like takes a half step back and he's like, I don't need that. Come on.
Okay, I'm just saying, you gave us information. You know.
That's not how I do business.
I
Come
know,
on.
you show up and fucking save my life and then disappear.
He switches to Goblin. Yes, but before that, I convinced you to kill your, at the time, best friend on behalf of your original best friend. So we'll call it even. Yeah?
Okay.
All right. Now, I'm going to leave you with one more piece of information before I leave you for now. And I will be operating in and or around this area until I am told otherwise by the guild, just so you're aware.
Will you
With
let me know if it changes?
I will try, but I don't have any way to actually contact you outside of cryptic messages sent through the guild. So if I happen to have a quarry or a contract that I can make happen and you are triggered through, then yes, but if not, you're going to have to just be on your own.
sorry, go ahead.
Your friend, Gray.
Oh, yes, our bard.
I know, and I am well aware, that he is very beloved here in Underhill. And he switches to common. Simple fucking long-bearded dumbasses.
Why'd you switch to common for that?
He looks around and he says, it just sounds better. It rolls off the tongue. Simple bearded blah 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 blah.
That's fair.
Be careful and tread lightly as far as he is concerned. I don't let me say this, with what I have gleaned as far as his heart is concerned, I'll just tell you the vision I had, and I'll be quite frank about it. I had a vision through a divination, a light divination, not anything in depth. It was about a body shrouded in shadow, with long black wings that dripped in inky darkness. He sung to me like a siren calling a ship to the shore. But behind him stood something much, much more. A creature that stood 3 or 4 times his own height. Quite frankly, did give me a fright. I heard the whispers, though brief, and through some form of relief, I understood that there is an evil that resides within. You need to seriously be careful of him and his master's intentions.
Okay, hold on. Is the master... Okay.
I don't know the answer to any question you're going to ask me. That's the vision I had.
Okay. Well, it's
Yeah, but are you sure it was him though? I mean,
I told you about the
doesn't
voices, right?
doesn't really sound like him.
Look, he is absolutely, I mean, hot as fuck boy, but I could not turn him into a fuck boy with the shadow that resides above his head on a daily. I'm telling you right now, look, you and I, we understand. I would let him split me in half. I would. The
Take an inspiration, Xavier. That was terrible. Take negative inspiration.
Yeah, you really
D4.
Yeah, and get a D4.
The shadow that hangs above his head is atrocious. It's dark. There is something not right about it. Though I do truly believe it is protecting him in certain situations, something's not right.
So, here's something that I'll say. I can't believe I'm saying this. I cannot believe I'm saying this. I think the master is more dangerous than Gray. And this isn't Goblin. I believe we were all speaking Goblin. I believe that the master is more dangerous than Gray, and I think he would never admit it, but Gray is conflicted as to which direction he should be going. He has proven too many times that he does have at least Reed's best interest in mind, if nothing else. And that is enough for me. So
Yeah, it's always been straight up with me.
well, I don't know about that.
As far as I can tell.
He has surprised me a few times. He easily could get the fuck out if he wanted to, and he's chosen to stay. You're probably the 5th person to warn me about Gray. Yours is
There are a lot of people who warned us about him. It's true.
is quite more solid than most, though.
Well, that's good though. That should mean something. If multiple people are warning you about the same person who resides within your band of traveling companions, especially without Beaufort, may I say his name, although I know he left you very abruptly, and yes, I am aware of his weird interdoings with his family.
So weird.
It's very strange. There's something going on in the background that I'm not... Anyways, I digress. That actually reminds me, now that my digression has hit a point, I have one more point of focus here. Doc.
No, it's okay.
No.
It's fine. I
No.
was gonna ask you about her when we're done.
Yes. So he switches at this point and begins talking this weird hybrid of gibberish. You hear, Kaklikamamokyanos. Yeah, that's what she makakloknatnyaro. Beep yap what yet. Doc, you hear. Alright, well, since we are having this conversation plainly now, this isn't Thieves' Cant, by the way,
I figured.
you need to understand two things. First of all, maybe we shouldn't have this conversation here.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
What do you think I'm going to say?
Fucked up.
Yes.
Yep. I intend to fix it.
You better fix it, because the guild is looking at you right now through prying eyes. I guarantee this entire situation is being divined upon.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I expect as much when you showed up. Okay, look, dying or nearly dying for a second time was quite eye-opening. Doc will look over at Rhea and just give her a wink, like it's.
I know what you guys are talking about right now.
I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, I'm gonna fix it.
I'm going to put one thing on the table. If you don't kill that bitch, I'm going to kill her.
Well, then I gotta get her first. I can't let you get her.
Fuck, you've got 2 days.
2 days.
Yep, 2
You
days.
should've done this 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Why would I tell you 2 weeks ago? You got the
I had
con-
2 weeks and 2 days.
Fuck that. You got the contract 2 weeks ago and decided to fucking bring her back into the fold and find out more information about your old dwarf friend.
No, don't call him my friend.
Well, what the fuck is he then? Compatriot? Companion? Associate? Semantics!
But I will fix it. I had to figure some shit out. Yeah. Quick question. So were you spying on me, when it comes to, like, gnomish macarons and stuff like that?
Was I spying on you when it came to gnomish macarons? He kind of looks around, he's like, is that code for something?
Nope. And it answers my question, I think, so it's fine.
Alright.
Okay, so then, the only other thing is, seriously, Gimbal, I really thought that you were dead. I'm glad you're not. And please don't be.
I have one arm.
I will fix it as soon as I can.
Oh no, sorry, I thought we were stating the obvious. I apologize. The Thieves' Cant is still new to me. I will not die as best as I can, and I will ensure that should you get into a sticky situation, you also do not.
I will do my best, knowing the shit that we are... I'll switch to Goblin,
Okay.
and I'll say, I'll do my best not to die. Knowing the shit that we are about to face, all I can do is promise I will do my best to make sure she doesn't die.
Oh, well, no. Make sure Ree doesn't die. Fuck she. She can go burn herself in a pit.
I killed she. She's
No,
dead.
she...
I'm talking about Ree. She.
You need... No, I understand what you're saying. You should not even use the term she.
That's gonna be really
She
difficult.
still exists within the body of the halfling, I guarantee you. I watch the way that she watches others. She still exists until you break her completely. I promise you that. I've seen it. I've watched her. She watches your jugulars. She watches your throat. She watches your fucking heartbeats worse than your enemies.
She watches my throat or Gray's throat?
All of your throats. She
She's watching my
needs
throat?
all of your throats. She needs to have an out.
Ree
And
glances
I
over to where
see
she
it.
saw Aurora before.
And as you do so, yeah,
Instinctively.
and as you glance over, sure as shit, you see the scales gleam off of her eyes, and then a hood quickly come up.
Doc looks very serious and says, if at any point I notice that Ree's throat is a target, and this is in Goblin, for the record.
This is in Goblin.
There's some like sentences that they have to actually understand in the random like words. I'm
Here and there, yeah.
thing for her.
Kat is furiously writing down random words she understands. How do I make sense of this?
If at
That's a
any
name.
point
Yeah, oh, hey.
that Ree's throat is the target.
Guys, give me just one moment.
I got the shut up.
Hex, thank you so much. No, you are not interrupting, my darling. You are bringing people to us. We were having a moment. It's not a big deal. Thank you so much, first and foremost, for your raid. Raiders, welcome in. I am DM Xavier. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. We are about to dive into a very intense scene with a goblin. We are actually already in the thick of it. If you are interested, please go back onto the YouTube channel or the VOD on Twitch. Watch what's happened so far. It's been really freaking intense. I'm gonna pop back over to give these guys my attention, but Hex, I do want to say thank you very much for your raid. And if you are not following me, guess what? It costs $0 to follow. Please click the follow button. It would be very much appreciated. And yeah, you're fucking awesome. So thank you for being here.
If at any point I notice that her target shifts to Ree's throat, it won't even be an issue. It won't even be a thought.
I'd honestly be surprised if she tries to
She
make a target out
wants
of me.
Gray would come before any of us, but there's been a lot of weird shit that's happened since we all met. So, I mean, honestly, Gray could be dead for all I know right now. But
Gray's not
You
dead.
think?
No, Gray's not dead. And he puts it. Gimbal puts in a hand instinctively on Ree's shoulder. He's not dead. Trust me.
I know he's not dead because I'm the one that asked him to make sure she didn't do anything. I didn't care.
He kind of blinks heavily and says, "Oh, yes, that's the reason why. Of course, yes. Sorry."
Anyway, thank you for the map. Thank you for not letting me die. And I'm sorry the knoll's not on your arm, but as soon as I can fix it, I promise that I will.
He looks down at the stump and he goes, "To be fair, I lost the arm in the explosion when Ballsack blew my arm clear off. I technically just had it gnawed on recently, so it's really not your fault."
But if I wasn't out there dying, maybe it wouldn't have been. So either way, you know, I will talk to Carl and see what I can do to try to help you. It's the least I can do. You made sure I made it through that last. I shouldn't have survived, and because of you, I did.
You wouldn't have survived unless it was for me. But I digress. He kind of blinks heavy and looks over at Ree. Switches to common for just a moment. "So, we're good. Yes, sister?"
Yeah, we're good. Thanks for the map. We'll definitely put it to good use. I'm gonna bring it back to the other two, and then we're gonna get there. I'm gonna see what's going on. Do you want to come with us?
He switches back to Goblin and he says, No. I have 3 contracts right now that are in and around Underhill. I have to complete those or the guild will come for me, which is why I needed to have that conversation with Doc. Yes, go it alone. The map is yours. And since you have obviously seen me now, you can reach out to me via sending spells or scrolls or magic items. I'm very confused about magic users as far as y'all are concerned, because
Me as well. Yes.
I just look. He holds his hand up and all the glittering rings on his finger. I just like rub these weird magic items they give me, and things happen. But when I've watched you casting, you're like screaming things in languages I don't understand, and doing these crazy hand symbols that make you look like somebody who's maybe slightly mentally deficient, even on the goblin level. And then all of a sudden things happen. So.
I'm the same way. Last time I saw anybody perform any kind of magic, it was the bull, and he blew himself the fuck up. And every time he would try to do anything magical, he would fuck something up, so...
I agree. Every time I saw that bastard try to breathe fire, it would be breathe fire, but also smoke all of the hair off of his own hobgoblin body. Do you remember when we were fighting those dwarven rangers? And he said, "Everybody stand back. I'm going to cast a fire breath." And we all stood back. And when he did it, he breathed in accidentally. And all of his hair burnt off. And he looked like a naked mole rat for 6 weeks.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
It would happen regularly. It would happen. He would at one point he tried to conjure a lightning bolt, and then a potted plant landed in front of him. It's just I didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
It's true. It's true. It was the most beautiful azalea I'd ever seen in my entire life. What a piece of shit.
Well, as far as my magic is concerned,
And by the way, Aurora, at this point you are just hearing
yeah. So as far as my magic is concerned, I mean, mine comes from Carl, and I can do it since I turned my soul into confetti and then put it back together. So I guess maybe that's why I don't accidentally summon potted plants or turn myself into a naked mole rat. That's terrible, by the way. That's disgusting.
That's probably the weirdest fucking thing I've heard in months.
I think it is time for me to get very seriously drunk.
Oh!
That time.
Fuck yeah, here you are! And he reaches to his side, he pulls out a small flask, and he kind of hands it out towards you. Drink up?
I'm gonna smell it.
Oh, it's fucking Fire Belly. As soon as you pop the top on the water, it's a water skin that is absolutely pregnant, like 8 months pregnant with fucking Fire Belly. The cinnamon, it hits your nostrils, creeps up into your sinuses, your eyes begin to pour tears, your ears begin to pop, and you're just like, "Oh, I know what this is." And you hear an audible, "Oh, yes, that's great. That's the good stuff. I stole that, by the way." Shh, don't tell. It's all a secret.
How we met. Speaking of,
Oh shit, that's right. We did. We stole liquor, didn't we?
we did.
I
You
did.
did.
I did. I stole the liquor. You were stupid at that point.
The scent, the smell.
And you were a cat.
Would have just been a quick, like, and then a drink. Like, she trusts him fully still. There wasn't even a second thought.
Yeah, and there's just a taste to your lips. You don't even have to roll a save for it. It is absolutely 100% pure Fire Belly.
Okay. Yeah, so she
And the whole water skin. Okay, go ahead and make a Constitution save throw, please. Yep, no problem. You take the swig, you squeeze the bag of the water skin just a little bit. You put about a shot and a half's worth into your mouth. You kind of swirl it around, boom, down the hatch, and yeah, cinnamon, nutmeg, and whoa, grain alcohol.
She'll give his face a little tap, not like a slap like earlier, but just like a tap tap. Yeah.
He takes the skin back. Ree?
Fuck yeah.
Hands it over. Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll at this point. You're good.
Okay.
Unless you're gonna chug it.
No, just a reasonable swig.
Okay, yeah, you take a good mouthful. Spout it down. He takes it back from you. He also squirts it into his mouth. Oh, that's not good.
He explodes.
I know I didn't hit my push to talk, but I said, oh, that's not good. That was a 10. -2. So he he takes the water skin into his mouth. You see him squeeze it, and you see his fingers going in a little bit deeper than they probably should. He pulls it out, and he's just like,
Your big guy.
poison!
See, now in any other
Poison!
getting you drunk is frowned upon, but here we did the right thing. Put your head on.
He kind of glances around, puts the water skin at his side, kind of slings it back over his shoulder, and he grabs the red beret the green beret that's got the gold trim on it, slaps it back on his head, sits it up onto the crown of his head, and as he spins his hand around the front of the beret, you see this small gleam of blue light follow his finger, and then his entire visage changes back to that of the small dwarven boy with the brown curly hair. He hops off of the hay, looks around.
Doc will put a hand on each cheek, look him in the eyes and say, seriously, thank you. Give him a little squeeze, and now I'm gonna go get drunk.
And then he kind of looks up at you and he goes,
All right, good luck, lady. Bye-bye. Bye, friend.
Run along, you little shit.
and then he turns and just...
Alright. Ree, you bought a lot of alcohol, and I want to go drink it all.
Let's do
This
it.
little body doesn't handle as much as the last one did, so let's see just what that limit is.
Let's fucking roll.
Hey, Aurora.
Yeah, we're done now.
Aurora absolutely ducks down further. She knows she's caught, but she ducks down.
Oh yeah, as you duck down, they both just like walk straight the fuck up to you. And by the way, Gimbal goes the completely opposite direction. He had no fucking idea she was there. I rolled an 8, by the way, so yeah, you're welcome.
Lay over the top of one of the hay bales and look down at Aurora with her feet kicking in the air and say, I want to get drunk. Are you coming with or no?
Hey, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I'm be getting out of here soon.
Yes. Tomorrow?
Sooner the better, I think.
Tonight? We can go tonight.
No. Tonight we drank.
No.
I mean, then what? Then yeah, let's go drink to getting the fuck out of here.
Okay. Also, Ree,
Yeah.
just so you know, you're not my best friend, but it's because you're my sister. So, I know he really fixated on that, but it's because neither one of us had anything before we met each other.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it. I mean, whatever. It's a friend. A friend's a friend. I'm not really playing ranks here. But thank you. I appreciate that.
He was.
He was. I don't care. You know. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're my friend. I don't know what best friend really means, but yeah, you're definitely my good buddy for sure.
I think that it just depends on the person as far as what it means.
I guess you're my best friend then? How that works? I don't know how all this shit works. Like I said, like it's for me my whole life it's been like a bunch of assholes trying to like get scrabbled to the top of the shit pile. So.
Well, and it's easy for me to say you're my sister because I didn't have a sister. Well, I didn't grow up with a sister. You have brothers. And speaking of which, if that's something we need to go investigate, we should.
Yeah, we need to go. I need to go see if they're okay. The twins, Chuck and Chuck.
What was that?
They're the twins. They're twins. Their names are Chuck and Chuck. Brothers.
just kind of slowly nods and accepts it because she's known goblins for far too long now.
And there is 100% sincerity in that comment.
Chuck and Chuck. Yeah, we'll definitely make
Chuck
sure.
and Jolworthy. I don't know what happened.
It sounds like a sneeze.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
think Chuck suits you.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I could have been a Chuck, I guess. I don't know. Spelled differently.
Were you guys triplets or are you older? I don't
No,
remember.
I'm older. They're younger.
You're older. Okay.
Yeah. Different fathers, as far as I know.
Wait, the twins or you and the twins?
Me and the twins?
Oh, I'm just making sure. Yeah.
Oh no, the twins are the same father, I think.
Okay.
I don't know how that works.
That makes more sense.
They
Yeah.
look the same. So
They're probably twins then.
Aurora's trying to slip away from this.
Doc grabs her and pulls her back.
Alright, let's go get drunk.
All right, Gray. During this wild encounter, what are you doing? As Aurora has left the tavern, what is happening in the world of Gray?
Well, Gray, I'm not sure of. Lucy is sad because he wanted to do something funny with Gray, but can't because spell slots.
Oh.
Spell slots, baby.
Yeah. Worth the sending, though. I'll take it.
True.
I think Gray would probably just be, I guess, I don't know, looking around, just, I guess, relaxing because he doesn't have anything to do at the moment.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Fair enough. Give me a sec here. Here's a weird thing to say. Make a charisma check, Gray. Oh, that's good. Okay. Over the course of what is... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'd like to correct that. I don't know why that says +4. It's just a +3.
Oh, that's weird. Well, let's highlight it and see why it says that. So, oh no, it just tells me +4. 1d20 +4. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird as fuck.
I have a 17, not an 18, so I don't know why it's +4. On my character sheet, it says +3.
Yeah, no, 17 has always been a +3. 18 is when it hits a +4. So plus... I'm wondering... Okay, so your charisma saving throw is a +6. Oh, that's weird as shit, isn't it? Okay, well... Alright, +3.
Either way, it's a 21, so...
Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. So, over the course of what is like this 40-ish minute conversation, you earn an additional 8 silver pieces. You can go ahead and add that. And that's just people walking up to you and giving you tips. Hey, by the way, that was a really great performance tonight. Followed by a couple of, oh, that's right, that was fucking fantastic. That's it. I saw what you did there with the little blood splatters at the end. And, you know, the old woman coming up and saying, you hit my grandchildren in the face with your magic blood. That was fucking great. Thank you so much for that. That's sweet. Oh, wasn't it? And you happily accept the silver and go about your business.
So Grill accept the silver and look happy, but the second they leave, he's gonna look real uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's real weird. Okay, so the time passes, you sit there and you chill and you kind of enjoy yourself, and...
Oh yeah, right, yeah. Thank you, Candace. You're right. It is the jack of all
Jack
trades.
of all trades. Yep, you get the +1. It's your proficiency modifier rounded down, baby. Okay, so, and good call, Candace. Yeah, Candace is, she did a bard to level 20, so.
Good for 7 years.
Yeah, I did a bard for so fucking long. Okay, so about that time, though, the new band, a small contingent of dwarves, gnomes, and half-elves, have rolled into the tavern, struck up a tune, and suddenly walks in the door Doc, Ree, and Aurora.
Is all the alcohol still on the table?
Absolutely.
it.
Oh, there's shitloads. Decanters full.
Alright. Doc will sit down next to Gray in her usual spot. Pour him a drink. Pour a drink for everybody else at the table. And take one for herself. she'll look over at Doc, or look over at Doc. She'll look over at Gray, and she'll say, "So you tried, right?"
Gray's gonna turn to Aurora and go, "So my favor's finished, right?"
Aurora's just gonna kind of smile and go and take a drink of the, drink.
Well, whether you answer or not, I'm gonna take that as a yes.
That sounds right.
She'll
I
do
mean,
a,
let's be fair. Seriously, like, what is he gonna? I'm sorry, Gray. I mean, your beautiful eyes and whatnot, but dude, yeah, seriously, what is she gonna do? What is he
One
gonna
time
do?
I healed you and I was really worried I hurt you, so I don't know what I was expecting. But I will
Also,
say this. Go ahead.
I had magic, but I used most of it on sending. First off, and second off, I could stop Aurora. I did have something up my sleeve. I always do, but I owed her something. I didn't know what it was. Might as well get that off.
Oh, the booyah. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
No, it's a tracks. Yeah, no, totally. It worked out for the better anyway.
also, in his defense, he was more than willing to do as you requested, but I talked him into letting me slip away. He did try. You should credits where credit is due. Also, there's not a chance in any of the hells that you could have stopped me. At least
That's
not.
what I'm saying.
Well, great. I don't actually want you to die, so I'm glad that you made the right choice there.
And it would have been very unfortunate had I ended up in jail for killing you on my way out.
It would have. Yeah, that would have been awkward. This one does timeouts.
So Gray, you as they are kind of sitting here and apparently machine gun insulting you, you hear something kind of creep into your mind.
Here we go. It's that time again.
Don't let them fool you, Mr. Gray. If they were to assault, it would be my time to play. No jail would you have seen. I promise you that. Instead, we would see a dead fucking cat.
And you feel the shadow fade from your mind.
In that case, Gray would, I guess, look at Aurora and go, "Yeah, well, you would have been the one that ended in jail."
Well, Gray, I will say this. It took me a while to be willing to admit it, but you know, and this will be for Lucy's sake. This will be Doc kind of thinking back to when Lucy sent her a message and warned her about she. You have kind of had our back, even if you didn't want to from the start. So, I mean, you could have left a long time ago. You've chosen to stick around. All creepy talking aside.
Speaking of creepy talking.
It's creepy topping.
You.
Oh, that's right. Did you want to go into the room?
Yes.
Okay. She'll kind of exchange glances with Ree and Aurora.
Don't forget the grip. Bring a drink.
I will grab a drink.
I shall also pick one up.
Okay, so everybody snatches a mug from the table very quickly as the mugs are snatched. And, sorry, go ahead, Lucy.
As he's leaving, he's gonna point to Ree. Do what I couldn't do, and if Aurora tries, stop her.
Oh, see, that'll work. Yeah.
Because you can actually do it.
Okay.
All right.
I would not want to be this close to Ree for that to, if that were to start. I would want to be at least 100 feet away.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And Doc will kind of cheer, like, even though it's unwilling, she'll cheers Aurora's cup and then get up and walk away with Gray.
Aurora's like, I don't want to have to use this longbow, but if I have to, I will.
Oh, if I'm going against Gray, I'm getting to that max longbow distance and Hail Marrying. And then, I'm gonna run further away and trying again.
All right, so Doc and Gray get up from the table, and you can move yourselves back into the room if you would like. And you move yourselves back into the room.
A lot of secret conversations happening tonight, huh?
You're gonna have to translate some of that for me later.
I said lots of secret conversations happening tonight, huh?
I haven't taken an inspiration point. I know you're not going to use it tonight, but you can keep it for next session. That's awesome.
Oh, fucking A, man. Damn it.
On that note,
Yeah, sorry.
the barkeep, he comes over to the table, the main table, where where Aurora and Rhea are at, and he lays a huge, fresh tray of hot crust buns down with a bowl of butter and just says, "Enjoy, my friends."
Fuck yeah.
All right, now over to the room. You guys get inside, you lock the door, you turn around, close the door, you lock it.
I'd like you to know, people are always watching me.
Great. Depending on the people, then they're gonna like this. Gray's gonna turn to Doc and go, and his face will kind of change from like I guess his usual uncaringness or happiness, and he's gonna lower his head and just close his eyes real quick. Not real quick. He's gonna close his eyes and look down. He's gonna go, I want to hire you.
Okay. Is it anybody in our party? Because that might be a deal breaker.
As entertaining as asking you to kill Aurora would be, no.
I already did that. Can't do it twice. Alright, so who's the target?
Good old butt chin.
Okay, well, I guess he didn't die, did he? Okay.
Unfortunately not. And though, well, you know me. I'm not the type to get offended by insults. Even less ones without any actual magic in them. Or power. Hell, I'd probably laugh them off.
But Chin.
Yeah. He's gonna open his eyes and look at you directly, and he actually looks angry. I don't know why. But I'm seething. I don't know what insults, they weren't even directed at me. Or what he said, or why. I want him dead. And I'll pay. Give me 5 days and I can get you information to assist you.
Doc goes through a series of emotions.
Real quick, Lucy, take an inspiration point. It will carry over to next game.
Does mine carry over? Because I got one from you last time, but I haven't had the opportunity to use it.
You got to use it this game.
I want to make sure I take it out of here, then. So Doc goes through a series of emotions. So the first one is kind of like a aww, and then it's kind of like a she agrees, like she's like, fuck yeah. And then she goes into a face you haven't seen before. It almost looks like she's focused on something you can't see. Almost to a point of like she's planning already. All right. I accept.
At that, Gray's gonna say, can't just accept. I've paid for the room. I've paid for information. How much do I need to pay for the actual task? I don't owe favors, Doc. Not again.
Oh, no, we won't be going through that together, Gray. This wouldn't be a favor. I'll actually give you a discount. For multiple reasons, really. Let me consider. I'll give you a price, but it'll be less than 100 gold.
Fuck.
Well, here's upfront payment, and Gray's gonna toss down his black hole, and he's gonna take out out of the chest that he has, he's gonna take out the bag of silver that he took from the encampment and drop it in front of Doc.
It is not just a bag of silver. It is a fucking flour sack full of silver. To the brim. Over, I mean, literally. Gray's puny ass arms can barely lift it out of the black hole. It's so heavy. No offense, by the way, but you're weak as fuck. weak as fuck. Oh shit.
Okay, so Doc will eyeball the bag of silver. The overflowing bag of silver, apparently. Yeah, I agree with you. We just have to convince Aurora to stay for a few more days.
We paid for the room, and I think most of us are staying. If she wants to leave, she can leave alone. I don't care.
Okay. Just out of curiosity. Did it start from the fight? Or did something else happen?
I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I don't even understand why I'm angry. I have no, I guess, reason I can logically think of.
I think I know why.
Well, I don't like this feeling.
It's because you like Aurora. She gets the stupid shit-eating grin across her face.
Right? It's just gonna be like, that's not what he expected her to say at all. I'm just gonna stare at her dumbfounded for like a solid 10 seconds.
It's okay. It hurt my feelings too. Doc will grab the bag of silver. How much is actually in there?
I don't know. I didn't actually add it to my silver. I just added it as a bag from that encampment.
We'll figure that part out later. But Doc will add it to the coin purse, and she'll say that any information you can give me will help. Specifically, in case it helps you, I'm not sure how you're getting your information, but knowing where they sleep tends to be pretty helpful information. Where they work, their schedule.
If everything goes according to plan, I'll give you their whole daily schedule.
Perfect.
It's gonna take 4 to 5 days, though.
Okay. We'll figure out something to do in the meantime. After this, we should move on, but I can't pass this one up.
Yeah, the sooner we get out of this town, the better. I don't like the appreciation.
Listen, I don't know really how to say this to you, but you're kind of growing on me. When we first met, I thought I liked you because you warned me about she. Then I got to kill her. And then you could have left a couple of times, and you haven't. You do have the creepy, like, sleepy voice thing going on, but we all have our own things, so just don't fuck us over, okay?
Not planning on it. Anytime soon. Or at all, actually, currently.
After our last conversation, I actually believe you. If there's something, anything we can do to make sure that remain, other than signing a contract, to make sure that that remains true, let me know. If there's something you need, if there's something personal that you can share without sharing too much. Look, I understand the need for being inconspicuous. But if there's something we can do to make sure that you stick with us and don't fuck us over, let us know.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Doc. You wanna keep me around? Just keep things as they are. Every time it reopens her mouth, or Aurora leaves, or hell, even you leave, something interesting always happens. That's more than enough for me.
Listen, if something interesting is all it takes to keep you around, you got two glitter brights with you. So.
Oh, don't remind me of Garl, please.
Alright, of all the gods.
He's the most annoying.
It's not wrong.
But also, he's the least invasive.
Also
No.
true.
He's
Because
probably
I
the
could
one that
be-
would annoy people the most.
But I could be a cleric of someone else, like
Moradine.
Moradine.
Oh.
Remember?
We had one of those.
How much you loved the cleric of Moradine? Do you remember that? I remember how much you loved the cleric of Moradine. I'm gonna stop because I don't want to get fired. Let's go back out there and finish drinking. Let me know when you have the information, and I will make sure that this happens.
Alright.
Also, did not expect you to say that, by the way. I kind of thought we were coming back here for you to kill me or something, so.
Doc, I told you already, I don't kill. I'll set things up so you do the killing. That's my part.
Then this could be a really great relationship, Gray. She'll take a drink and then leave the room.
As you head out, right, Gray's gonna stay behind for a second and go, fucking Aurora, really? That's what you had to say.
How do you like me now, bitch? Alright, give me 1 second. I have, so the silver situation here. Was it pay upon completion or paid now?
I just gave it to her now.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Alright, so the only details that I have here as far as what Lucy picked up that has not been detailed yet was the Star Rose Quartz, the leather armor in the chest, as far as their value is concerned, and the bronze drake scale pelts, as far as their values were concerned. So Lucy, I did give you that silver at some point.
Yeah, I think it was the same one
Mega
as...
coin, 10,000 silver pieces, and 500 copper.
Yeah, it was basically the same as Doc's bag. There was just 2 of them in the thing.
Okay, so there's 10,000 silver that you just gave her.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so that's 1,000 gold. Oh, but put it in as 10,000 silver because coin purse the pocket plane has a different impact. Make sure you add that to your coin purse the pocket plane because it should be 0 value. Yep. Okay. All right. Perfect. So yeah, that's a lot of fucking gold. That's way more fucking gold than you've ever been paid to kill somebody. So. Okay. Well, that's weird. Actually, on that note, Lucy, Lucy, do you have the Star Rose Quartz, the 3 leather armors, and the 3 pelts of bronze drake scale in your inventory right now? In the hole?
No, I just put chest of loot in my inventory.
Okay, and that's totally fine by me. Would you like to add those right now so I can delete them off my end? Since you just pulled the big sack out of the big sack of silver.
Sure. I'd like to keep that just minor equipment that's already in the chest, as in the chest.
Yeah, no, that's no problem whatsoever. You can add you can put whatever you want in there. It's a huge chest, it was a big wooden chest. Okay, so I will tell you verbally, just so we have a verbal component to the stream. So there is Star Rose Quartz. There's 8 of those in a small satchel that are each worth 50 gold pieces. And I'm going to send you a copy of this, Lucy, in Discord, just so you have copy and paste options. There are 3 sets of leather armor that are also in the chest currently. They're valued at 35 gold and total weigh 55 pounds. And then there are 3 pelts of bronze drake scale that are valued at 30 gold apiece. and are 15 pounds total, so 5 pounds each.
Is bronze Drake scale an actual, like, item?
Nope, it's a custom item. You know how I do.
Okay, so in that case, I'll add anything I missed after stream.
On that note, though, and I'll send you that message right now. I just copy and pasted it on, or copied it on my end. Lucy, go ahead and you can either roll an Arcana check, or you can roll. Are you proficient with armorer's tools? That's a stupid question. Well, you know, it's not a stupid question because sometimes characters surprise me. So go ahead and make an Arcana check for me. Oh, that's actually really good. So Drake scale can be used, this is just as a point of information, Drake scale, not dragon scale, Drake scale can be used to craft a form of what they refer to as lesser dragon hide armor or weapons. If you have Drake scale of any specific color, it can be used the same exact way that dragon scales can be used, but to a lesser degree. Do with that what you will.
Do I know if it's what kind of armor this would be? Would it like be light, medium?
No. No. It is, you have hides. You have hides of Drake scale.
I know, but I mean, what armor I could maybe, like, what type of armor I could maybe make it into.
Anything your heart desires, depending on the craftsman that you have. So it requires a certain amount of each of the types to create an actual suit, but you can create leather with pads underneath. You can create the equivalent of chain. You could create a breastplate. You know, if you kill a big dragon, like an adult dragon, you can take the chest scales they have and create full breastplate, pauldrons, head, helm, everything. So the scales themselves can be fabricated into whatever the hell you want. It just depends on how many of them you have, or what the weight of them is. Okay, so I just sent you that DM, so you've got that for your reference. All right. So, does anybody have anything last minute they want to say or do before we pick up next week, which will be essentially the winding down of the of today, which is the 11th of Jutet? All right. Oh, Kat, what do you got? I saw you. I saw your hand jolt for your mouse. Like, hold on, asshole. I got one thing.
Yo, Aurora's gonna murder you and you.
I knew it was coming. I was waiting for it. You were too quiet for too long.
Hell, it's been like 3 weeks of this dwarven hellscape already.
It's only 5 days. Doc will talk her into it. It'll be fine.
You know what's funny about that? Candace and I were doing the math today. I think we have been playing in Underhill for close to 5 months of real game time, or 6 months of real game time.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. And then before that, remember in the Druid Grove, I was like, wow, we've been here for 3 months of real world time. Like, what is happening? Yes, what is happening?
And then we're gonna spend a whole year in Poodoo.
Oh, that's gonna be the best year of your fucking lives. 2023, baby.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Great game as usual.
On a serious note, Kat, did you have anything real quick before we were off, or did you want to save it for next time?
I was gonna say, hopefully, or at the start of next time, I would love to have a little bit of that interaction with Ree, because I feel like I haven't had much one-on-one with Ree, and I just realized that. Like, I've shot Gray, I went on dates with Doc, and then just Ree sitting
Those
over.
are definitely comparable.
Well, yeah.
Good quality time.
So now I need to get drunk with the Goblin Barbarian. So, yeah.
And that is how every great adventure starts, as we look at about a year and a quarter of real world time. Okay, so next session we will start off with Ree and Aurora having their conversation while the Gray and Doc assassination contract apparently comes up, because Gray just decided he fucking hated this guy regardless of what he was.
Did not expect that.
I didn't expect that. I'm the fucking DM. I saw what Lucy was doing, right? Like, on the outskirts, I was like, oh yeah, he wants to follow this guy. Maybe he's just gonna fuck with, like, you know, he's kind. No offense, but Gray's kind of a piece of shit. Maybe he's just gonna mess with this guy, and then he's like, I want you to kill him. And I was like, oh god.
Same, yeah. I
What
was
the
a little
fuck,
surprised by
dude?
that. I thought the exact same things. Like, I just gonna like troll him a little bit.
Right.
He likes her. He wants to kiss her.
You down, big guy? Wearing you down.
You are. It's really strange.
Terrible.
What's the most annoying thing you can say in this moment? You have a crush on Aurora!
That caught me up. You know? Not really.
Bitch. As our daughter would say.
That bless her 5-year-old heart. That is what she would say. All right. All right, guys. Have a great week at work. Have a great week at school. Have a great week doing what you do. And yeah, we'll be back next week on Sunday for session 61, and we're just gonna dive into it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
You sure I can't hire you to kill Aurora? You sure?
I mean, you just paid me 1,000 gold. That's 100, so.
Girl, if you want me to, just do this.
Yeah, I'll kill Garl if you want me to.
How many more bags of silver do you got?
God damn, that's a whole bag of gold nuggets. I'm gonna send to godhood just for the spite of killing that asshole. I am the new Garl. Okay. I am your Garl now. Okay.
It's like the kid. It's like back in the few episode when you guys were in jail. It's like the kid who got the diamond from Beaufort. I'll kill him.
Yeah.
Dude, that kid died so hard.
He did die pretty bad.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Oh my
blames
God.
he blames you guys for getting him associated. Because to Gray, everyone who gets near you dies.
No, he's not wrong. Yeah.
No, you're not wrong.
Fair.
Including us. So.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Except for Gray, who has had 0 deaths, and everybody's had at least 1. So. Yet.
Oh, we're waiting.
We are waiting. I you know what?
Plenty of time in this campaign.
It's gonna be so juicy when when I'm able to say his breath leaves his body and his eyes roll back into his head. Because Lucy's gonna look at me and be like, "You fucking did it, you genius, you did it," and everyone's gonna be like, "Do we even bring him back?" Like, no, this is this is it.
Like achievement. It's like when you get an achievement on screen.
It just pops up on the bottom of the screen like, Gray has died. Oh yes.
However,
Fall angel quotation marks.
we have a ridiculous number of diamonds, and I now have Revivify, which is.
You just better hope that you roll well if you keep revivifying,
You
baby.
just better hope it doesn't piss me off before we get in combat.
I will. Probably.
Just remember who the people are and bring you back to life.
That's true. That is true.
Everybody's gonna have a private conversation with Doc, and we're all gonna have hits out on each other, and Doc's gonna be like, "Yes, I accept."
Quick save the healer. And Ree's over here like, my nugget glows sometimes. As Ree's like messaging me throughout the week, can I please take a level of cleric? And I'm like, bitch, do it.
I am nowhere.
No.
near
Oh, no, there is no fucking way.
Close.
Thank you guys. Thanks everybody in stream too. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Good God. I mean, Garl. Good night.
Good Garl.
Okay, speaking of stream, I
Yeah.
checked on my things. I have reached 50 followers thanks to Heck. Heck.
Yes!
But
No, don't give me
I'm
that
not
butt
on
bullshit.
affiliate yet.
Oh, wait, why though?
What do you need?
Is it hours watched?
No, it's something only I can do, and I have to stream 3 times. So
What?
As-
You've streamed
so-
3... Dude,
I
you've
need to stream
streamed
3
like...
more times. I need to get
Oh. 3 more. Okay, I
3
gotcha.
times a month.
Okay.
So
Please take my Tuesdays.
no, as celebration, I am going to be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. No call.
Fuck yeah, just do it. Even if it's only for a little bit, even if you just pop on and do it, I'm telling you, I want to be able to not only raid you while you were streaming, but I also, and mind you, Candace is gone now. Candace is done streaming for the next 12 weeks. She's done. She's out. Except for D&D days. So take the time. We will bring you all of the love we can. And just once you hit that affiliate point, oh, you have no idea what's coming to you.
We got so many $5 subs with your name on them.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Amazon Prime, motherfucker! All right. Okay,
Thank you guys.
Lucy, congrats on that, and we'll see you guys all... Well, fuck Lucy, we'll see you tomorrow, and on Wednesday, and then we'll see you guys next week. All right, guys, see you later. Have a fantastic week. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Also, Kevin Goins, if you, I it's gonna be taking a while, but I'm hoping to request something for you because I'm working on something behind the scenes as well.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Oh.
He
Yeah,
really likes
I'm
it.
open. I'm open, so let's do this. Whenever you're ready.
It's gonna be artwork, and I hope y'all will like what I'm doing.
I love
I've
it.
sent a piece to Xavier, but
Oh my God, I love it so much. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I know what's going down. All right, guys,
Tell your dad I'm
we'll see you
not
soon.
hungry.
Xavier's gonna raid that butthole? What the fuck, Seru?
What?
Seru, this is why...
Peter just wants to give his news.
Seru, are you streaming
No,
or...
he's not. He
He
said
said
earlier
earlier
he's
he's not going to.
Oh, you're not
hold
gonna...
for the achievement thing, Redwire said achievement unlocked 50 Shades of Death.
That's good.
That is good. That's really good.
Also, I got one of my friends into this stream, and she responded with, "Oh my God, I love this. I'm gonna be tuning in every week now."
Oh, awesome,
Nice,
awesome.
good stuff.
Hell
So that
yeah.
was the follow from earlier, but she doesn't have a chat box for some reason, so she couldn't type.
Well, just let her know, because obviously I couldn't reply, or I wasn't paying too much of attention. Just let her know that I say thank you very much. Actually, we're still live technically right now, so thank you very much. And we very much welcome you back. And if you're interested in seeing what has happened prior to tonight, check out the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see everything except for session 1.
I've already sent her that as well.
Oh, done and done.
Type in here, it might be because she has to register her Twitch account with a phone number or email. So once that's done, she may be able to chat.
Yes, I've changed it so you do not need to have a phone number now. It's just an email address, and then you'll be able to chat whenever you want.
She says say hi, and she will do that.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're gonna raid Ark tonight because Ark is doing some wonderful artwork tonight. Still carving the Charizard, so we are absolutely into that. Actually, Candace and I need to have a chat with Ark about the Eevee, the evolution that we're gonna do. So Red says, well, bedtime for me. Have a good night, guys, and see you Thursday, Xavier. Yes. And Red, if you want to have a conversation tomorrow regarding this character, by the way, you guys, Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, I'm gonna be doing a one-shot with Red and 3 other players, including Rose Wolf, and I'm very excited. I've been absolutely involved in this character. I will give you just a little teeny tiny taste of this character right now. He is an Earth Genasi War Domain Cleric, and I'll just leave it at that. So, boom! Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited. This is my first time PCing in like 4 or 5 years, so it's going to be great. All right, guys, we'll see you soon.
It'll be awesome. All right.
Night,
See
everybody.
you guys. Have a good night.
See ya! All right, my friends, much love. Wow, we got a lot of people coming into the raid with us. Let's give Ark some love. He's carving this Charizard. I think he got commissioned for 5 of these, and they were all brothers or nephews, and I can't remember, but they each have a specific name with them. So let's go ahead and share some love, and then we're going to be out of here for tonight, and we'll see you next week on Thursday with Red, and then Friday for me. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Oh yeah. Sarah jumped into voice too.